There we go. Let me post this. I'm on time for once. I can't believe it. Oh my god. I went live and I posted before 6. Well, on 6. Like on the dot. Epic. Let me just make sure that... Okay, I posted. Awesome. We'll keep that there. What's up? It feels like it's been so long, right? Zesty, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs that you gifted before stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. Hi, what's up, Insanity, PR,
Hi,
Luke,
I've had a fractured rib
Asian.
since last November. New doctor said it's healed, but there's nerve damage that's still causing me pain. Will you be my nurse and take care of me? Asians 3, thanks.
Asian, thank you so much for being a sub for 7 months. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Insanity, thank you so much. Bruce, what's up? Tokyo, Asian Hugo, Petey, Uncle, Maylad. Thank you so much. Insanity, that is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Asian, did you actually fracture a rib? I have fractured a rib.
I hope you're having a great day and things have calmed down a bit for you.
Pack, thank you so much for being a sub for 3 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Jack, thank you so much for being a sub for 7 months. Thank you, thank you. Envy, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. How are you doing? Zesty, again, thank you so much for those 5 subs before a stream. And Insanity, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. DX, thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you. PR, thank you so much. Thank
Abby,
you,
you look
PR.
so cute tonight. We missed your smile, laughing face.
You.
Welcome home, my queen.
PR, thank you so much. Kevin, how are you doing? Kuragami, what's up? Roos, how are you? FBI, what's up? How are you guys?
I mean it, Antisera, don't do that again.
Insanity, thank you. Sin, thank you so much for the 50 gifted subs. Thank you. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much, Sin. Peacekeeper, thank you so much for being a sub for 3 months. I really appreciate
TMI.twitch.tv/Usernotice Bianca Antisera.
PR, thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you. You guys, thank you so much. Sin, thank you so much for being a tier 3 sub for 18 months. Thank you. Uchiha, what's up? Jack, how are you doing? I'm that boy, how are you? You guys are so sweet.
TMI.twitch.tv/Usernotice Bianca Antisera.
Thank you. Honey, what are you doing? How's your day going? Cobra, what's up? How are you? Wallace, what's up? How are you guys doing? How are you guys? My goodness. You guys are so kind. It is so sweet of you. And Sin, thank you so much for the bit. I can't say thank you enough. I'm already starting to lose my voice. Thank you guys. Thank you. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. Sin, that is so kind of you. Zesty, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. I'm so excited for it to be out of February as well. I am so excited to get into March. My goodness. Sin, thank you so much. Thank you. Cobra, I'm doing well. This is so crazy. Insanity. Thank you so much. This is ridiculous. Insanity. My god, PR. Thank you so much for the bits. Insanity. Thank you. So much. Thank you. my god. Thank you so much. This is crazy. This is so insane. This is crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, in my list of thank yous, since I have gotten back from the funeral, I opened the Valentine's gift. Sin, Kuro, oh my god, and PR. You guys, I can't even express how just amazed at you guys I am. PR, thank you so much. PR, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. This is so crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dreamer, thank you so much for the bits. DX, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Hassan, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate you. I don't know why, I don't, like, the first time in a long time I haven't worn a jacket, and I know it's like 70 in Houston, but I'm freezing.
Smoochies, Antisera, Smoochies, Antisera, Boba, Antisera, Boba.
PR, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We finally get to the Polish cow. These alerts are gonna be going on for forever.
Just trying to break Streamlabs again. But for real, happy end of February. Hope everything is starting to calm down now.
That is so sweet of you. Thank you guys. So crazy. So crazy. I am freezing, DX, constantly. I need to drink my tea. Thank you guys. I know I've already said thank you for like all these notifications, but even still, that is so insane. Thank you guys so much. Lion, thank you so much for the bits. I really, really appreciate you. And PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. So, send PR Kuro. I don't even have words for the things that you guys have sent. It was so thoughtful, so creative. I have no idea how you guys can come up with this kind of stuff. Like, I feel like if I was ever gonna get somebody a Valentine's gift, like I would never be able to hit y'all's level. Y'all are like S tier. It is insane. Drucifer, thank you so much for being a sub for 7 months. I really, really appreciate you. It was so insane. Like, I was dying laughing. At all the little pictures and stuff that you put was so creative. Kuro, like that drinking horn and stuff like that you sent, that is so amazing. Like the things that you guys have thought to put. Sin, I still don't understand how you manage to come up with this stuff, or how you can like manage to continue to send me more All Might stuff that I don't even know about. It's insane. Uchiha, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know it took me so long because it took me like, what, 2 weeks past when you guys sent it to open it. But I am so happy that I waited. Because like after the end of the funeral, and like I said, I'm so happy for February to be like closed. So I found out that it does my URL on Twitch anytime there's like a mass donation of subs. So if you guys hear that, it's my Twitch URL that sends out for some reason when it's like mass donations, like mass subs. But I'm so happy that I waited, because like being able to come back and like having the closure of the funeral and like basically getting all that stuff done, I'm so happy for it to be March, for it to just be like a whole new chapter, and it has been amazing. It has been so amazing being able to like open the stuff that you guys sent. PR, those were like my favorite chocolates that I have ever had. They're like these little white chocolate things. I ate them all like in one go. They were so good. But you guys are so, so kind and thoughtful. Thank you so much. Striker, how are you doing? Yuki, how are you? Sin, I don't even know where you got that from, Sin. I have no idea. I feel like I'm pretty on top of it when it comes down to like All Might things, or just My Hero things in general. I have no idea where you got this from. Literally no idea. Like, my mind is constantly blown. Reg, thank you so much for being a tier 3 sub for 20 months. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Insanity. That super fat seal that you sent me that reminds me of kimchi, that went on my road trip with me, and it goes on all my flights with me as well. So I can try to keep myself calm because I'm like a fainting goat on a plane. I just lose it. Joseph, how are you doing? B-Wall, what is up? How are you? Captain, how are you? Chris, how's your week been? Crafting, what is going on in your life? Dragons, what's up? How are you guys? I feel like it's been so long. It's like a blink of an eye. And I had like such a crazy, not like a bad day, but just like a physically strenuous day where I was like lifting a lot of stuff. And I'm just so worn out, but I am so excited to be back and to be able to talk to you guys. So I'll be back on everything full force now that I got everything done and taken care of. My goodness. PR, speaking of All Might, the wall behind you. I know that message that you sent me with the signed All Might photo. Don't you worry. I'm not that good at hanging things, but I'm gonna figure it out one way or the other. I'm like that girl that'll stick just like a ton of thumbtacks. And it's like not even straight or like at all. You know, it's like that meme between like men hanging things versus women hanging things. Sai, thank you so much for being a tier 3 sub for 8 months. I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Santa cry because I got one for myself as well, but one of the All Mights broke in the same place as the one behind you. But I said to, oh, and his bangs? Oh my gosh, I know. I believe it. I fully believe it. Okay, shall we get into the game, I guess? I can't really remember what we were doing, but I guess we're gonna figure it out, huh? I'm so tired. I worked out so hard. I'm so freaking sore. And Kuro, I am speechless over what you sent. I am just absolutely speechless. Absolutely speechless.
No B, thank you. Antisera, love Antisera smoochies.
You guys, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that it's been almost 2 years of streaming. It's like in a blink of an eye.
What?
That's crazy. That is so crazy. Moscow, what's up? How are you doing? Thank you so
Mostly
much for the
Bekwa say
bid.
I couldn't make it to H-Town.
What? Did work stop you from coming to Houston? What happened? My goodness. My goodness. Bretsu, what's up? How are you doing? I'm kind of losing my voice. I was doing quite a bit of speaking, of course, like during the funeral and like the eulogy and stuff like that. And I guess just speaking to so many family members, and I'm losing my voice. My voice is not used to all this public speaking, shall we say. Frosty, what's up? How are you doing? I completely forgot that there was even a card system in this game. I'm in a world of my own. We'll have to see. I'll get back into the swing of it. I was having so much fun playing this too.
Courage.
I even forgot that I had Cloud. This is crazy. How quickly I forget. Retsu got off work 30 minutes ago, had some chores. Oh, and the fast. That's never fun. I hate that, but I guess most people don't have any issue getting blood drawn, but I feel like if I have to get blood drawn and I have to be fasted on top of it, it just adds fuel to the fire. How do I open my map? Okay. So we literally like just got to Agrabah. Pretty fresh here. What's up, Air? How are you doing? How's your day been? Okay.
Yeah.
I've forgotten everything in like, what, the week that I haven't played this? This is crazy. 2 or higher. We got a 2 right here. Relaxing a new day off. That's awesome. DC, what's up? DC, I know it has taken me forever, but thank you so much for the package you sent. I didn't even know that they made milk tea Kit Kats either. But of course, in my usual bee fashion, I can't just have like 1 or 2 Kit Kats. I have to absolutely kill the entire bag on one sitting. DC, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just have to do everything in excess, huh? But that's one thing, I never get tired of Kit Kats. Thank you so much, DC. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Courage.
You got the hookup, man, because every time I try to go and look for like the new flavors, my store doesn't ever have any. Never. I feel like maybe we should do some HP here. No, I want to make this a straight 600 because why not? A milk tea Kit Kat. Yeah! And it tastes just like milk tea too. Like they nailed it. They nailed the flavor. They're so good. You got the inside info on what Kuro said. It was so epic! And he also sent me this thing too because it's like there's this ice hotel in Sweden, and so you can make like a cup out of like this ice mold thing. It is so freaking cool. It is epic. Everything was epic. Roxas, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. How are you doing? Insanity, did your words of encouragement help? Of course they did. I mean, 1000%. And I'm so thankful for that as well too, because I mean, you're talking to somebody too that can have like an existential crisis, like standing by the microwave. Like let's say I put a Hot Pocket in a microwave and I'm like, I have to be here for this 1 minute and 30 seconds out of my life that I'm never gonna get back. Like, is it worth it? Is the Hot Pocket worth it? So the way that I think of it is like for anybody to take time to spend with me, to even talk to me, to any of this stuff, like it means so much to me, truly. Like I think there's a lot of weight in that. So taking the time to think about how I'm doing, to send me these messages of encouragement, to see the kind things that you guys comment. There it goes again. DC, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. No, my hair's not red. It's dark. It's just this makes it look red. Which is crazy too, huh? Because it looks like super red with the ears. But I can change them different colors too. I just feel like this contrast helps it a little better. But yeah, I mean, truly, when you guys, even showing up to the stream and stuff like that, you guys have so many things that you guys can do. And for you guys to be here talking to me, like that's just insane to me. It blows me away. It's crazy. It is so crazy. And I take all that to heart. I mean, truly, I do. Kuro, it did look red on the Insta photo. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because temporarily, it's like a temporary dye.
Thank you so much.
Dreamer, thank you.
Bianca, when haven't been able to stream for unforeseen circumstances. There was always something missing. Your floofy hair, smile, glasses, and you. Thank you for being in our lives, and I know you feel the same.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Sarge, thank you so much for being a sub for 15 months. I really appreciate you. Colby, thank you so much for the follow. What was I saying? Oh, so every now and then temporarily, there's like...
I still have a Versus Day gift I was gonna drop off in person, but since I can't make it to H-Town, I gotta mail it tomorrow.
They straight up said, nope. The government took you away, huh? Insanity. So I'll do like a temporary dye, which will make my hair darker temporarily, but it's not a permanent dye. So what you're seeing typically with like how my hair is more of like my natural color.
When are you gonna start redeeming those coupons? Be Antisera Tea Heat
those
Antisera Smoochies.
PR. You are so funny.
I will you be. Tongue out.
My God. PR. But yeah, so anyways, it's like a temporary dye, because like if you look on my Instagram photo, if you'll see like there's lighter hair, kind of like my baby type hair here.
As well as possible. I'm so sorry for your loss and your family's loss. I'm so happy to see you smiling from these mad lads in stream.
That's so sweet of you, Hive. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How's
Flutie,
your
what's up? Trot, what's up?
says hi. Geez, almost 2 years. Open mouth smile.
That's so Epic. But yeah, my hair
Let's
is
go less than
a
3.
weird shade of brown, I guess. It's kind of odd. There's Moscow. But, I mean, that's often why my hair goes from varying shades of darker to light.
Glad to see you and your beautiful face back to hang with us.
Just kind of depends.
Slava Ukraini.
Thank you so much, Moscow. But when it gets to be like
One
winter
thing.
times,
Use
I like
the
my hair
friend room
darker,
card
and
as
then when
much as
it's like
possible
spring,
and
I like my
spam
hair
Aladdin.
lighter, which is like more of like my natural hair color, I guess. Still brown, but my hair is just an interesting color, I guess.
Yay for
That's
Kit
why the
Kat.
picture before looks super dark, and then now it looks lighter. Because I don't ever bleach my hair because I don't want to damage it. So it's like if you put that on there, it doesn't damage like the hair follicle to make it temporarily darker.
We all will do that. No
I like my
questions
hair how
asked
it is.
ever, even at 3 a.m. when you don't sleep. We wanna helps you.
But yeah, that's why I don't go lighter,
Stay
because I don't think my
awesome.
hair could handle... My hair's not meant to be lighter, I believe. But it takes darker colors pretty well. Sin, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Insanity, thank you for the,
The gut
bits.
said
And
no
Wallace,
you no
thank you
get
for the
pee time,
bits.
crazy man.
I'll let these go real quick, and we'll see.
Very glad you're back, B, and that you're going to go plus Ultra March with full force.
I'm so happy
By
to be
the way,
back
I sent
fully.
2 more gifts and Elden Ring is taking over my life, not like this.
2 more gifts? I'm so excited. Elden Ring has taken up a lot of my life as well. That is truly an addiction. Because it's like literally everywhere you go, there's something.
Bianca,
love Elden
after
Ring
all
thus
this
far.
time, I still get the goosebumps when you are on stream. You are a true hero. Thank you for letting be part of the cult of B. Can't wait for stories
That's so
and normal
sweet,
chaos.
DX.
Toast
Thank
to you.
you. Thank you, thank you. That is so cute.
B, you
Oh
have
my
one more
gosh.
gift coming, but it's a surprise.
It's a surprise. I can't wait. You had me dying laughing, PR, with what you sent, with like the little printout, like Goofy and Donald and Sora, stuff like that. It's hilarious.
OMG B, it's
My
been
God.
a year. Fearful face, fearful face, fearful face.
So crazy, right? Time flies. Kuro, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Killer, thank you so much for being a sub for 12 months. That is so crazy. Thank you, thank you.
B, know that I've chosen time with you and chat over Elden Ring right now. Let that sink in. You are greater than an addiction.
Ratsu, thank you for the bits. Ark, thank you so much for being a sub for 19 months. I understand, Ratsu. I mean, it's addicting. Insanity, I'm actually looking at V now and holy smokes, you look so adorable. Thank you. I was so busy
Sorry in
today. I
advance.
just threw on
Said
my
something and you're
baggy
going to need a
t-shirt.
hand card again, lol.
This is how I typically look.
It's almost as tall
Oversized
as you.
shirt and leggings.
Sorry.
Or oversized hoodie and leggings. Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. I'm gonna need the hand card again. That was so funny too, because now I guess they know me so well that they'll like load up a dolly full of stuff and then they'll just hand me the dolly out of this little door and then they'll like just bring
I
the dolly
gave up
back
Tarkov
whenever
for
you're
B-time
done.
today. And
so
I
crazy.
am loving Tarkov.
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Thank you. But I love Elden Ring. I really enjoy it. There's never been really a Souls game that I haven't enjoyed. The thing is why like I'm not streaming it is there's so many little things that happen in the game. I want to take time to like be able to fully focus on it because when I'm streaming, I'd say 80% of like my thought process goes to talking to you guys and like remembering things that are going on in your life and like, you know, what you guys have currently like looking forward to and all that kind of stuff. So it takes a lot of my mental capacity to be able to stream a game because once again, I dedicate more of my thought process to you guys than I do the game. And Elden Ring is not exactly an easygoing game, so probably wouldn't get very far if I
say
tried
Elder
to
Ring
stream
lol
that.
just cause I get Lord of the Rings vibes, but it's so good. I made so many characters lol lol.
Sid, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I am loving Elden Ring thus far. It is hilarious. I have to say, my favorite Souls game, at least thus far, I'm not that far in Elden Ring because there's so much, like it's so dense. So it's like if you go one place, you have to look at the entire area before you can even move
so
on.
You know that's real love, Antisera teehee.
me want to get an air fryer now because you were talking about it in the FC chat. And now every time I go to the store and I see one, I'm like, do I want to do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? Maybe, I'm gonna have to do it. Crazy, what class did you start with? What are they called? It's not like an executioner. It's like the holy one. The one that uses incantations as well as a sword. They have a cross. Not an apostle. It's not an apostle. I don't think it's an apostle. They start off with like the priesthood and it's all black. And it has like a big cross on the back of it. Confessor! Confessor is my class. Yes. Confessor, and I love it. Ricky, what's up? How are you doing? How are you, Ricky? What is up? What is up? Snake, thank you so much for the bits. How are you? How are you? How are you? Retsu, you're a confessor as well? All of us did confessor. Yeah, because I was like, I wanted to be like the Inquisition, you know? I wanted my sword, but I also wanted my magic. Now I can say I do often forget like what I'm doing half the time anyways, so I kind of make a mess of it.
I got the ultimate trump card. I gave up driving my car for B time. B tell me that ain't love. I double dog dare you.
Oh, you got the scythe, Retsu, the winged scythe. Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. I can feel the love. You guys are so kind. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, a winged scythe? I'm assuming that's what he has, like as a holy reaper. No? Never mind. Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything. I said nothing. I said nothing. Ricky, how are you doing? What is forget I said anything. When you said Holy Reaper, I figured that's what you meant. So I was like, there's no way he's not talking about that, you know? Lo and behold. It's not a spoiler though, because it's not attached to a boss or anything. It's something you stumble upon. I'm not gonna talk about the story. I mean, I assume Retsu is further in the story than I am anyways. Because I've just been dawdling around. PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops. Yeah. But I didn't spoil anything. Just saying. Didn't spoil anything. The actual bosses from the story, or you mean like the bosses that you can stumble upon, like with a cave or something like that? Huh. Curious. Doing good, good? I'm doing good. I'm always doing awesome. I got that persistent optimism, you see. Persistent optimism. Now, what I can say too though, is since 2022 has been so crazy for me, now that I have everything kind of in order with taking care of my grandfather and my grandmother, I want to do some little relaxation, vacation little things or something. You know, and at least I have spring break coming up too with school, so I don't know. I gotta do something. I feel like I deserve a little mini vacation. Can't really go too many places, but my god. I feel like I more than earned it. My goodness. Ranger, am I in Pete? No. So, you know, I have my bachelor's in nursing.
School too long.
And I am also working on my second bachelor's, which is in physics. So they seem like the fields aren't too overlapped, but I like medical research, talking about like radiation and so forth, but I feel like I paid my dues being on the floor.
You deserve it.
In trauma, so I would like to transition more so over into research. So I'm working on finishing my second bachelor's, which is in physics. Odd, I know, but there's a method to my madness. Or maybe there's not, maybe I'm just insane.
I was so happy to see you back on the Insta and you replied I felt special. Come hang with me for spring break. Korean food.
I'm gonna die. God dang it. The ultimate trump card. I gave up my card time for B. Aminimaru, thank you so much for being a sub for 11 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate you. Insanity, Thank you so much for the
Yo
bits.
Padre, Retsu, B, and myself the Confessor Gang. Let's go gang and buy the air fryer lol, change the way I cook.
Wallace, thank you so much for the bits. I like it whenever you guys do that too, and you'll say, because I spend my most time interacting with people like here on stream, of course, right? That's literally why I stream, so I can talk to you guys. And so when you tell me what your tag is from Twitch,
you know,
I know who you are
versus
like
spring break, just saying.
Yeah, because a lot of times people will have like their actual name like on Instagram or something like that, and then it's easier for me to like link the two together if you guys say like who you are from stream. That way I can click in. Curl, I literally just found your Instagram. I was trying to thank you for the Valentine's gift that you sent, and I was like trying to put it together. I mean, of course, whenever you send something, it's a little easier because like your names usually like match with your Instagram. But it's just been like Wallace, when you said Wallace, it's like Wallace from stream.
That school life hit close to home. I'm dying in my MBA class as well.
So much. Aminamaru, thank you
I'll never tell.
so much for
that
the
way I
bit.
keep the element of surprise if I ever meet you.
Thank you. Aminamaru, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. Saint, what is up? How are you doing? Zesty, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Or sometimes too, people will send me like letters or whatever, and then if they have their tag on it, it's easier for me to respond that way, you know. But Aminamaru, thank you so much. Retsu, I'd totally surprised V if she saw me. Oh, okay, so when I was on this contract in New Mexico, I was going to pick up my rental car that I needed for, so basically like I don't have a 4-wheel drive vehicle and stuff like that, and I needed a 4-wheel drive vehicle, so I had to go rent something. So anyways, I was in Roswell, and they have this tiny little airport. I believe like literally the only reason they have that airport is because the military has like a base and stuff like that there. So basically it's just like military flights. But anyways, this was like during the whole mask thing too. I come up to the rental counter. I swear to God, for a moment, I thought it was Retsu. I mean, like his eyes, I mean, obviously I couldn't see this half of his face, but it's like, you know how whenever you've seen someone's like face and so like your mind like jumps to that? I was like, I swear I saw this guy, and then I had to look at his name badge because I was like so sure for the moment. And it was just so crazy because I'm like, what would he possibly be doing out here in the middle of freaking nowhere, this tiny little airport in Roswell? But it took me back. I was like,
for the high
so
to
crazy.
be sure.
Curl, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Sakazi, what's up? Black Mike, how are you? Did I look for the high to be sure? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean. I see your text in the actual chat. But it was so funny because like I was stunned at the moment. Cause I was like, how? This is crazy. And then obviously like I know he doesn't work as a car rental person. But it was just so, I was like, this is crazy. Saint, thank you so much for continuing your sub. I really appreciate you. Bruce, you're back home in Australia at the end of the month?
What I am hearing is when V goes to Great Value, Mexico, she starts seeing things. Think she sees me and that's no coincidence.
I did think that I saw Insanity.
You never have to wonder if it's Hive sending you messages. I'm the one with Hive tattooed across my body in all those DMs I send on Insta.
Bruce, how long were you in Antarctica again? That is so crazy, like time has flown. Hive, thank you so much for the donation. My God, Hive. Matt, thank you so much for being a sub for 3 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, so at the hospital I was working at in New Mexico, we were a civilian military hospital basically. So like half of our population was military, and then the other half of the population were just people who like live there. And so there was this one guy who was like sitting on a stretcher, And once again, like from the corner of my eye, I mean, down to the glasses and everything, I thought it was insanity. And so I was just at the nurse's station and I see, you know, this guy like sitting there on the stretcher. And so I ran up to him and I was like, pull your mask down. And the guy was like, he had no idea what was going on. So he pulled his mask down and was like, never mind, disregard. But I did think it was insanity for a moment. I said, pull your mask down, boy. But then also too, I mean, in hindsight, it's like he would have recognized me before I recognized him, I would have thought, because I'm sitting there at the nurse's station, he would have seen me. But I just thought that was hilarious. Okay, we need an 8. We have a 9. Okay, we can do this. Thought that was pretty funny. 12 months? That is so crazy, Bruce. Are you gonna miss it? Or are you excited to go home?
B just gonna point out. If any of us, let alone Emmy, I would just bear hug you shouting hi B before you even got the chance.
See, that's what I mean too. Because like for me to walk up to you and to be like, take your mask off.
Advance on my paycheck.
You know?
I want to order some bubble tea.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Yeah, because I would have been like, you would have recognized me before I recognized you. You know? So I figured, I was like, there's, you would have seen me.
B, of course we happily give you our time. We appreciate the time you give back just as much if not more. You're fun to be
That's
around.
so sweet.
Funny,
Thank
smart,
you.
kind, cute, beautiful, and a bit crazy.
I'm a lot of bit crazy, Retsu. I'm borderline insane.
Does that mean I am the only one you see in your dreams? Oh wait, I have that in reverse Antisera TV.
PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, Retsu. Thank you so much for the bits and the kind words. I truly, truly appreciate you. Hive, you know, you may not get paid, Hive, but you do have Meta-B insurance. Yeah?
Retsu,
You got good
words,
benefits.
Good
How's that sound? When you got them issues and them questions, I'm your gal. I'll be your advisor. You just don't get paid. You got that Meta-B insurance. What was I gonna say? Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But that's another thing too, is that like, I feel like, you know how like if you see somebody in a random place, like you get used, let's say like you go like to the phone store or something like that, and you always see this guy at the phone store, but if you saw that guy like at the grocery store, you probably wouldn't recognize him. I feel like sometimes that's kind of how it is like with me being in society, because if I'm in scrubs in a hospital setting, people just put who I am together quicker, versus like if I'm at the grocery store or something like that, people will be like, I feel like I know you from somewhere or something like that. But if I'm at the hospital, like people put it together relatively quick. And so yeah, that was another thing. I was like, no, he would have recognized me first too. Okay. What's up, Zombie? How are you? Mimo, what's up? How are you doing, Mimo? How are you? Eric, you have Elden Ring 2, you haven't started it? Been busy with, oh my god. Take your time with the remake. Do not go fast through that. Enjoy every second of that remake. It is amazing.
You will never recognize me. I don't put my face on social media. I like having that advantage on you. You will only know it's me when I call you Tails instead of B.
That's right, Wallace. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. I understand that too, people not wanting to like post their face and stuff. But my favorite thing to do is like when people ask me like, are you, you know, Bianca Antisera and stuff like that, I'll be like, who? What are you talking about? I'll just completely pretend like I have no idea what they're talking about for a while. Some people will double down and be like,
that all of
yes,
us
you
will drop
are.
most things to help you any time of the day.
I'll often
And
pretend
I
like
could
I have
pick you
no
out
idea
in
what
a
they're talking
5
about.
million person crowd any day of the week. There's no one with your kind, caring, and wonderful personality.
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I got these radioactive eyes too. I got super light eyes, which is usually my giveaway, because I'd always say too, like when I was in Los Angeles, I was like, nobody's gonna recognize me here. I'm in like disguise, right? Because I had like my big N95, you have like these hair caps and all of this stuff. It's always my eyes that give me away every time. And I was like that in the OR too. And I was like, you guys see me so often when I'm like completely in full gear. And I was like, you guys would never recognize me, you know, if you just saw me like walking around the hospital. And it's like, nah, the eyes, we'd know, we'd all know. And just like LA, they're like, the day you walked into the nurse's lounge, immediately I knew who you were. My gosh. You usually have an anime shirt on, you'd probably recognize me. So I'd be like, hey man, you got some taste. You got good taste, DC.
Good luck identifying me by just my eyes. They change color a bit depending on mood, clothes, and weather.
I've seen
No
what you look
joke,
like
haha.
from Instagram, Retsu. I could recognize you. I have a good
That
memory
and I want
when
you
it
to
comes
fall
to
for my
faces.
personality instead of lusting after my looks. Don't want you looking at me like a piece of meat.
Wallace, thank you so much for the bits. I can respect that, Wallace. I can respect that. Romeo, what's up? How are you doing? People know me a lot from my nurse's
The
uniform, my
eyes, the
TikToks.
glasses,
Yeah.
the trail of followers. How can we miss you, B?
PR, thank you so much for the bits. There was a guy on TikTok that was cracking me up because he would like cosplay as me, and he'd wear the blue, they're like royal blue jogger scrub bottoms, a white tank top, the black
Wait, B,
round
have you seen my cheek
like
scare?
framed glasses.
That's a dead giveaway, it's me.
Your cheek scare? Oh, your cheek scar? Maybe? Possibly? But I thought that was so funny. He was like cosplaying as me. I was like, epic, epic. Okay, Goofy. So where are you going to the palace, Aladdin? That no good royal visor Jafar. He tricked me into getting the magic lamp from the Cave of Wonders. Cave was crawling with Heartless. I'm looking at Matt. I made it back to Agrava in one place. My eyes, you guys, just cannot read. Wasn't there anyone else there to help you out? This Jafar guy's got some nerve giving such dangerous orders. I know how you feel, Master. People have been ordering me around for 10,000 years, and what help do I get? Keep wishing someone will wish me out of this gig, but go figure the odds on that. Well, how about I use my third wish to set you free?
If you ever saw me or even a pic of me, you'd immediately recognize me by the tattoos on my arms.
Do you have like epic anime or gaming tattoos, Zesty? And thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dex and Kimchi welcome you back. Yes. Oh, Kimchi. It's so funny because like, you know how sometimes animals have like their jobs? And one of Kimchi's jobs is like if I wake up and she's not there, like, or if she's on the bed in some way. 'Cause she usually likes to sleep like across my shoulders because I sleep face down on my face. And she'll be like, gotta get up, gotta do my job. And she'll lumber over and come sit over and she wants all the pets. Death my pointy ears deceive me. Master, you do that for me? You're not just pulling my top knot now, are you? I promise, Genie. Anyways, there's only one thing I really want. Then we'll just have to do something about that, Al. Can I call you Al? So what'll it be? Fame, fortune? A herd of luxury camels to call your very own? Well, there's this girl. It's always a girl, huh? Her name is Jasmine. She's Princess of Agrava. And that's the problem. It's hard for a street rat like me to get a chance to see her. That's how this all started. I thought if I went to the Cave of Wonders, I could get the treasure, and then maybe Jasmine would want to meet me. Ah, poor thing! Sounds like your wish should be that you can see Jasmine anytime you want, huh? Well, I've got just a package for you. You not only meet the lady, you go in style.
Oh yeah, my
It's
tattoos
Prince Ali.
and camo hat
How'd
with
you like
North
that?
Carolina flag and my cheek scar. That's how B would recognize me unless I am working, then it's just my cheek scar.
I don't know if I know. How did you get your cheek scar? Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Anytime I say cheek, it makes me think of my dad. I feel like I even have a hard time saying cheek. But my dad can't pronounce cheek. So we were trying to cook something and my dad was like at the butcher and he was talking about cheek meat, like cheek meat from the cow, but he can't pronounce cheek, so he says chick, like a chicken, you know? So he's like, do you have chick meat? And they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, like chicken? And he's like, no, chick meat. That's what it makes me think of anytime I say cheek. Cheek or chaos. How'd you like the sound of that, Al? Me, a prince, could you really do that? In an Agrava minute. I guess the legends were true after all. Come on, let's get to the palace. Zesty, know what you want some? You have a half sleeve in your form and
I would
geometric
love
arrow.
you to be my nurse. I feel you would be equally sweet and forceful.
That
Like it
sounds so
takes no
cool,
shot, but
Sassy.
super loving and kind. Basically a nurse yandere.
Hi, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you nailed it right there. Equally sweet and just as forceful. My gosh. My. That's quite interesting. Quite interesting times in the hospital, my goodness.
Staph infection on my left cheek on my
What?
jawline. And yes, I do have Pixby, you know I would.
All military guys do. It's just like I said, like with that guy who, he ended up like cutting his thigh open or something like that, and he came with it kind of bandaged. And I was like, you have pictures of this, don't you, on your phone? He was like, yeah. He sent it to whoever like was higher up than him or whatever. It's like, y'all guys always do this. It's a good thing for me, though.
I don't think B would recognize me. Even though I'm usually just sitting out her window, I believe she thinks I'm just one of the gardeners who.
PR! That would be so funny. That would be hilarious. I just get used to you being out there. I'd be like, dude, my landscape sucks. Can you help me out? Oh my gosh. PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Do this and this. So awesome. My goodness. But I feel like generally when people see me in the hospital, if it's like not anything that, how do I put this? If it's not anything of like an intimate nature, I feel like people are pretty receptive to me being their nurse. I feel like if it's something that can constitute somebody being embarrassed about, that's whenever I feel like usually it's a little more difficult. And that's the thing too, like being a nurse, I'm telling you, I've seen it all. And it's just another day at work and this stuff happens to everybody and stuff like that. And I try to make people feel as comfortable with me as possible. But I'll often get that like just like empty stare and then like a sigh. And I'm like, don't worry, dude, we're gonna get through this together. We got this.
I'd say I would DM you on Insta to show you the Aru tattoo. But we already established I need to maintain my element of surprise.
Element of surprise, Esty. Epic. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Nicholas? How are you doing? Okay. Hive, the My Hero 3 movie is coming out to buy in April. That's good. Convenient. Sparty, if I'm in the hospital, I ain't got time to be embarrassed. I'm there for help. Exactly, 100%. 100%. Especially me, because I'm trauma, so you done
I got picked
got
of my
yourself in a
cheek.
pickle.
Broken hands. When I messed up my hand a few months ago, and another thing I am embarrassed to talk about. Us mill boys love injury pictures.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. My goodness.
OMGB, I think you dropped something, let me pick it up for you.
Ratsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ratsu! Thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Ratsu. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. I know. We're at 3:25. It's not, hasn't even been an hour yet of stream. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Thank you, thank you. Who is that? It's Jasmine. She needs our help. We'll never make it in time. That's crazy, Retsu. Then I have no choice, Genie. I wish you to save Jasmine. Can do. Save this woman. What's up, Wizard? How are you doing? How's your day been? Jasmine. We're lucky she fainted, but it looks like she's okay. But now you've only got one wish left.
B dropped her standards and now me and Retsu have a chance.
Savage, Insanity! Savage! Oh my gosh! Thank you! Thank you for the 20 gifted subs! Thank you so much, Insanity! Thank Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Insanity. That is so, so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Insanity. Thank you so much. Kuro, your vibe right now is like an actual huge weight. It has, truly. I wish I could explain to you guys just how chaotic things can be. I can't really go into it, but it was insane. And I am so happy to close that chapter. It was crazy. But I feel like a weight has been lifted as well. I feel like I am far more like, I have my wits about me far better. My mind's not like lost in the clouds. King, thank you so much for bringing us up for 14 months.
Your
thank
vibe
you,
right now is like an actual huge weight has been lifted. I like it.
Retsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. That's one of the things too that I've noticed, like as I've gotten older, you can't expect people to like reach.
Excuse me? You mean raised her standards? SMA.
I'll go into that at a later time. That'll take quite a bit of
Howdy
discussion.
at the Hive Guardian. Howdy chat. Happy Thursday. Antisera Deku.
You guys. Sorry, Genie, but you're the only one who can. This is your last wish too.
Hey, I put myself there too.
PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Chad. Thank you so much for being us up for 4 months.
Standards to let us
I really,
in
really
and we raised
appreciate you.
Is that a good compromise?
Us handle the wish granting. I feel like there's a lot you want to talk about. You don't want to answer that can worms. Yeah.
Let's put the game down and just chat. You see how we all missed you. I swear I am not just trying to make that little screen of you full size. Or am I?
I have thought about it. I have thought about just chatting streams. And also, I have so much fun playing this, you know?
B, you spilled a tea. Ignore the game and let's just do a just chatting.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Did that problem family member chill for the occasion or was there awkwardness?
Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
My queen, you look absolutely radiant tonight. Your smile is so bright. It makes the sun look dim. Antisera love, so glad you're back streaming. I've missed you so much.
Hater, thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are hyping me up and I'm just in my oversized shirt and my leggings. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily get along with all of my family members, but in a time like that, I mean, you just have to kind of, it is what it is. You know, you're there to, I'm there to honor my grandmother and so forth. I mean, past that kind of stuff, there's only so much I can do because there's things that are out of my hands. And that being said, you have to be realistic when it comes down to like what people are capable of doing. You know, some people don't even have the capacity for you to try to explain things to them. But I mean, I kept the peace as best as I could. And I'm happy overall with how it went, you know?
Foolish. You have given us the keys to courting you. Have emotional maturity, mutual interest. Not a hookup gal. Have desire to be great at what you do. All I need is to meet you in person. Well, that oversized shirt and leggings can't contain that amazing soul. Thus, we have to hype you up so you can see yourself how we see you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so sweet. Y'all are so kind. Insanity, thank you for the 22 gifts. That is so crazy. Insanity, thank you, thank you, thank you. Why did I do that? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Insanity. Thank you, thank you. Kuro, thank you for the bits. PR, thank you for the bits. You guys are, that's just so insane. So insane. It is so crazy. Bianca, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. My goodness. See, we didn't need Genie this time. Thanks, Sora, but I'm still down to my last wish. King, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's happening? The lamp, it's gone.
Said it before, I'll say it again, you make my head spin wearing a sackcloth and covered in ashes.
Girl, thank you so much. So sweet of you.
Hype it up for B. Even in just her PJS, she still looks gorgeous. It's the smile, I tell ya, the smile.
You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
You smile, I smile. You smile, we smile. Good to see you, Chipper. B. Winky face.
King, thank you for the bits. I cannot wink. If I wink, it's like my whole face has to like contort to be able to try to wink.
Stop thanking me, B. I know, like, I only do what you deserve by hanging out with us even on the worst of days, and we all are grateful, so this is the least I can do by dropping fat subs.
I can't not thank you though. It is like impossible. It is like not in my DNA.
Your oversized shirt, is it big enough for me to crawl inside? I just want some of that Mama Be Warm and Snuggles Antisera love and tids lululululululul.
Hater, thank you for the bits. I guess it would depend on how big you are, right? If you could fit in here. It depends. It's all relative, who knows? But that poor Jasmine in distress needs delightful creatures to deal with. But no matter, I'll ask the lamp and the genie are mine to command. Why are you doing this, Jafar? You've got the lamp, what more do you want? Such an interesting question, you see. I knew you were going to use the lamp to try to win Jasmine's heart. But we can't have that now, can we? Because I'm the one Jasmine will marry. It's always over a girl. Dirt, thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months. Thank you, thank
this
you,
is how
thank
you. Win over a woman. Wow, B, did you somehow lose weight and grow your butt? You look amazing.
Hi, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Draven, thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Draven. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So question B, do you have any weird talents? Also, I have missed you, heavenly voice.
I have a lot of weird habits that would most likely make me seem more insane and then more of a serial killer than I already appear to be. I do the weirdest. I'll tell you guys, I'm borderline insane. I'm right there on the line, okay? Panda, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Like, there was one time, so I don't even know how to like explain this without making me sound like just completely insane, but on my parents' property, there is like, have like this like off-roading buggy type thingy. And so anyways, I was like, all right, I found out like what I needed to do to like make this thing street legal, okay? And this is also like in the middle of freaking nowhere.
You better try then. B, you are a warm fire on a cold winter night that we all huddle
So
around
cold.
because you are so radiant and kind even in bad times. We love you and we always will support our favorite crazy nurse and physics student.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. Coco,
Good evening,
thank
milady.
you so
Glad
much for
to
being
see
a
you
sub for
back.
7 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Asylum, thank you so much for the follow. Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess I would just say it's like a buggy or something like that.
Crazy in the head, crazy in bed.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. John, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So anyways, I ended up making it street legal and stuff like that. So anyways, like here I go off into the wilderness, and I went into like this national forest area and stuff like that. Like long story short, I was on like a little bee adventure once again in the middle of the wilderness, and I came across a dead elk. And I was like, this would be really cool. So when I was little, I've always had like an interest to where I would like take animal carcasses and stuff like that. And I like to cure the bones and stuff like that, or like bleach them. So like you can use things like hydrogen peroxide and stuff like that. Like literally I would take a carcass and then put a bucket on it, and then I'd put bricks on it so that like animals wouldn't come and couldn't like tump it over. And so the ants will like eat the decomposing tissue, and then it'll just leave you with a skeleton. And then you can take that and you can like throw that into hydrogen peroxide, and it'll kind of bleach your bones. And that's not really what you want to do, because it'll weaken the integrity of the bone structure. However, I mean, I didn't particularly care at that time anyways. So, anyways, I'm off in the middle of nowhere. I found this dead elk and I'm like, this is awesome. I'm gonna take this back with me, okay? So anyways, like I just, you know, I end up getting myself into these situations where I'm like, please, because also too, like when I was in New Mexico, anytime I would like go into town, because there's like this tiny little town, like the game warden is always there. And he'd always come across me. And so every time like I'd be driving out of town or like back into town, I'd see him all the time. And so I'd just be like, hello, warden. I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble with you, but yeah, kind of hater. Like he was just always there and he was just always like straight faced, just always watching, you know, and I always felt so awkward. But anyways, I was like, see, my luck is I'm gonna get myself in trouble doing things like this. But when you say weird talents, I have a lot of them, you know? I'm good at cracking people's chests. I'm good at trauma. I sometimes take home dead animal carcasses.
Dot did you just say, tump it over? I haven't heard that since my mama said it when I was a kid.
It was part of the elk's rib cage and its hind leg that I managed to drag home with me.
How did we get here? I just wanted a date.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
You sure you don't have humans in that room of oddities? Bleaching procedures for bones? Yeah, there's a cool dead elk. LOL, you really do have the makings of a serial killer.
I'm just odd. I'm just a little different. Right?
Be clean skeletons and skulls.
It is
Predator style. Confirmed.
King, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
B, you think that's crazy? B, that's a Tuesday morning for what we expect from you.
Yeah, and then I feel like if people, cause like the first room that you see when you come into my house, like my house is pretty like light colored and very like open. But I have one room, which is like my study, which is like super dark and moody and broody looking, and that's where I have like all my little oddities and stuff like that. And I don't know, you know, I'm telling you, I'm crazy, but I'm not like a bad crazy, you know what I mean? I'm the harmless crazy. I'm just a little weird, that's just it. Just a little weird, just a little bit. Nothing more than a pawn in my game, Street Rat. Genie, my first wish,
you engage
deliver
in this
Jasmine
behavior and act surprised when Kimchi brings a dead animal into the bed.
I hate when she does that. I hate that so much.
What's your coolest bone fragment?
My coolest bone fragment? Moscow, thank you for the bits. Pat, thank you for the bits.
On your Insta story, but anyone not in the stream would wonder WTF you are posting.
Of course, yeah. I probably, yeah, can't do that. Can't do that.
NGL, you sound like every mountain lady I grew up with, haha. I've cut off and cleaned up a squirrel tail for a lady way back in the day for similar reasons.
That's like an anatomy when I had to skin a cat and everybody was like, oh my god, I don't know. I was like, I got this. I can skin this cat. No worries.
He has a red room.
I got this. Skin that cat. Wallace, thank you for the bits.
I just stepped on cornflake. Now I am officially a serial killer 2B. LMAO, don't mind that corny joke lol, I make myself laugh man lol.
Sin, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, PR, thank you for the bits. Thank you,
B,
thank you.
I think you may have some elk blood on that shirt. It's gonna have to go. Dot, but you can stay hoo Antisera nosebleed.
PR, thank you. Insanity, thank you for the bits. Carol, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
B, you can do that. If they unfollow you for that, they don't deserve you to begin with.
That'd be like, this girl is freaking insane.
I was thinking about the kimchi thing the other day. It must be so freaking horrific because she has no claws, and Blunt forces them to death. Antisera Bakugo.
That's so true! Like that poor cat, she just shoved up against the wall. She was just beating the hell out of that cat. Pack. If I had my favorite bone fragment, is that what you said? Let's see. I have this one, it's like a skunk skull. Cause I like the skull because it has like a very long muzzle. And it has like, it's almost like a display because it has like these little, I don't know, like plants and mushrooms and stuff on it. It's like in a rounded case, but it's, I don't know, it's like floral, it's like a floral arrangement as well as the skull together, which is typically how things in my house are. Like, I like to mix, I don't know, floral things as long with it, like medical specimens and stuff like that as well. My house kind of looks like a mad scientist thing too, because like a lot of my flower pots are beakers and stuff like that, so I just like to mix
Brembo
them
brakes
both.
are red. Burnt tips are blue. For my next mod, am I gonna be straight piping you?
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits.
Okay, seriously, if tomorrow isn't a just chatting stream, I'm going to riot. This is epic. We need this be.
I know we've made no progress in this game. I thought I was still back in the Coliseum, but I guess we beat that. I guess this is where we got Cloud's card from, but my mind is just gone. Hater, you like mixing the living and the dead? Yes, I do. And I think there's like a whimsical look about it as well. But yeah, I like the contrast between the two. I also like things that kind of look kind of like overgrown and like left to their own devices, because like my bedroom and stuff like that, most of my furniture is like this vintage stuff that I've been like collecting, but then I also like it to have moss and ivy and stuff like that. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah, Mom. She does custom floral arrangements. She even includes skunk skulls.
I'd probably keep that to myself for a while, right? Because I'm like, how am I gonna explain that at the dinner table? Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. 3, what's up? How are you doing? Yeah, overgrown half taken. Exactly, exactly. I like it to be kind of overgrown.
B, I know the true secret to your youth, B. It's bathing in time of the month blood while screeching and praying to the blood god and Aphrodite.
I would say blood. I don't know if I would say time of the month blood. That it's pretty hard to repulse me, but that might do it right there. I'm like Bathory, Countess Bathory or whatever it was, who'd like bathe in the blood of virgins. Stay my god. Sorry, Al, my hands are tied on this one. Gotta obey whoever has mitts on the lamp. Precisely. Farewell, Aladdin, you fool. Willie, what's up? How are you doing? I guess you could say that, huh? I don't really know what constitute as going viral means. I'm not very good when it comes down to that stuff. Bando, what's up? Thank you so much for being a tier 2 sub for 15
like I said,
months.
You will never
How are
see
you,
my
Bando?
face on social media, but then I realized you will see it in your dreams tonight.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Thank you, thank you. What is up, Bando? How are you doing? Now I've lost Jasmine and the lamp. Epic fail. You can feel bad about it some other time. If you don't pull yourself together, you'll never see Jasmine again. You lost the lamp, so what? You can still save her on your own. Losing someone you care about is bad, but not as bad as never getting them back. Sora. My goodness, you're right. Can't give up now. Gotta save Jasmine.
B, when I go deer hunting, I skin and butcher it myself. Also, it's fun to take the hoof and pull the tendon to make it wave.
Eric, thank you for the bit. See, yeah, I was the son my dad never had, I guess you could say. And my dad is super outdoorsy and stuff like that. So I've just kind of learned how to do these things, I guess, throughout life. But I've always been fascinated by death, always. Like when I was in high school, I was emailing funeral homes to see if they would allow me to come in and like see how to prepare bodies and stuff like that. And I would volunteer at the morgue and that kind of stuff. I've always been fascinated by death and preparing bodies and so forth. So I find it fascinating. What can I say? What can I say? We can't just walk up to him and expect to win. Maybe we can. I've got an idea. Listen up. Emo B pics on Insta. I don't have many pictures though, sadly. Things have been so chaotic with my family. It's where the majority of photos that did exist of me once are no longer here. So it's kind of very difficult to kind of like find these things again, you know? But I will look. I'll try. I'll find a photo of me and my physics teacher and blur out his face. Protect that man. Post the ones I do have then. That's right, I could do a current emo photo. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so we need to go back and up. Good deal.
See? Be as best home defense and decorator. Intruder comes to invade, and stays as home decor. Allegedly. Lol.
King, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
No,
thank
tag
you.
him. That'd be hilarious. I'm sure his wife would find it funny too.
I would not do that to him. God. That would be so bad. That would be terrible.
You can go emo now. We'll wait here.
Yes, PR. I should do it. Go back to my old ways, the way I used to look. I thought this is the way. I guess we need to go back. Go forward an additional room. Let's see. Black lipstick. Yeah. Black lipstick is the hardest lipstick to pull off, truly. It's hard to pull off black lipstick. I got faith though. Can do it. To do emo makeup for tomorrow's stream? I mean, but it's still hard for you to even see from my webcam,
drop
right?
Another 100 subs.
If I do what? Do what, Insanity? And thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Because remember that time for Halloween when I was a nurse for Halloween? Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But remember how my eyes were all red?
No issue pulling off black lipstick.
Zesty, I have to do it. I have black lipstick.
Right now, emo B.
Right now? Oh man. I can't do it right now though, because I already have like eye makeup and stuff like that on. It wouldn't look right. But yeah, for Halloween, my eyes were all red. I don't know if y'all remember that when I was
that perfect
a nurse.
Combination of tomboy and girly girl with your shaved legs all the time.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Because you can be however you want to be, but you don't have to lose your femininity, you know what I mean? But, or if you prefer to be the other way, that is perfectly fine as well. But I feel like you can do all these things and then also maintain your, you know, your femininity and your class and dignity of it all, you know? Not that the other way isn't, but I mean, it's just to each their own. Pac, what made you come out of your cocoon? I mean, I'm still the same person. I think now so that I'm constantly so busy, either like 90% of my wardrobe is scrubs or I'm in just like super baggy t-shirts like this and leggings. I don't really make an effort to like wear things that are, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing because like I don't do anything and I'm such a recluse to begin with. So it's not like I was like going to the movies
Zombie
or something like that.
Something I never knew I needed to see. 10 out of 10 will see in my dreams again.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. That's right. The nurse cosplaying as a nurse. That was an epic Halloween. But yeah, I'm still the same person. And if I was gonna dress up, it's just like whenever I wear formal things and stuff like that, it's all still, I like to wear all black. I think all black looks super classy. But if I actually had the time to like care about how I was dressing or fashion or anything like that, I would do things differently, I think. But just kind of left to my own devices. I'm just a lazy physics student. What can I say?
That's what a Cylon would say.
Streets, thank you so much for being a tier 3 sub for 21 months. I really, really appreciate you. That is crazy. Retsu, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I told you, Cylon 69. Cylon 69. Okay. Welcome back, Snake. Welcome back. What am I doing? 3. Tweak cards appear. That's fine. Let me do that. Hater, you missed me. I missed you guys all so much.
So what would you wear on a first date? I would show up in cosplay to shock you.
That would be epic. That would be epic. To go on a date and somebody show up in cosplay.
I missed that Halloween zombie, but I can picture you covered in the blood of your victims. Yay, I can see that.
It's on Instagram, I believe. I posted a photo of it. I had like a white nurse outfit.
You can pull off any look because you have all the qualities that don't require makeup or clothes. The eyes, the hair, the tail, the smile.
The tail, Toasty. Thank you for the bits.
I am glad
you.
you don't do dressy stuff. Not that you wouldn't kill the look. But you in baggy shirts and leggings is just too dang adorable.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, Streets. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh man, I like really bruised myself actually. So I was like working out with my trainer, and so we were doing like this outside workout, and I was on like this, it's like a concrete bench thing. And so I was doing like these like reverse crunch type things.
What if I turned up in my bachelor party outfit, lol? Knowing me, I would tragically mess up the cosplay with sunglasses at the cinema. Or ERHM. Something.
That story. Carl, thank you for the bits. King, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. So I was doing these like reverse. Was Alexi there? Alexi is always there. Literally always. Always there.
I was kidding, B. You really think I haven't looked at all your IG pics? Though you knew me better than that, lol.
PR, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
I have an Inosuke cosplay, so get your best Yaoi cosplay together and let's do this.
That's epic. That would be like goals right there for like Halloween, to have like a matching cosplay thing or something. But yeah, so I was doing these like crunches, and I haven't like fully bruised myself from a workout in a while, but I guess just the concrete thing that was like under me. Cause like, you know, like on your lower back, well, women tend to have these, guys don't have that as often, but like right below, like your tailbone is what reminded me, cause you said tail. You have like with your sacrum, and then women have like little dimples, you know what I mean? Like where your sacrum is. And so every time I would like come down for like my ab exercises, I kept like hitting like right there. And it's freaking black. It's like, and it hurt like hell when I was doing it too, but I was like, well, this hasn't ever bruised me before. Should be fine. It's freaking black. I mean, I really like messed myself up doing that, I guess. I'm relatively lean, so I guess I don't have any like cushion right there on my lower back. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, if you look at a girl's back, the little dimples, I just really landed hard on it, I guess, or something. I don't know.
I have no idea what you mean by those dimples. Can you show them as an example? TLZ?
Taylor, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
I even got the furry boot sandals. I'll have to lose the boar head at some point cause I can't see anything out of it, and there's no way in hell I would miss getting to look at you.
Zesty, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
So because you're all about the femininity, do you need a guy who's all masculine? I mean, could you date one of those guys that shaves every inch of his body? Like your cousin Only Bougie-er?
Only Bougie-er? I mean, that's...
Concert thing under you. Why you telling everyone my nickname Antisera Nosebleed?
PR, thank you for the bits. Thank you. I mean, that's a hard thing to say, right? Because when it comes down to it, I mean, I think there's things that are like masculine and then feminine, but then there's also things that, I mean, it's all kind of like, I don't know, a quality can be more masculine or feminine, but I think at the end of the day, it's hard to fully say. I already preemptively said that like I don't like it when guys like shave their arms or they shave their legs. I think that looks less masculine to them, but I also understand too, like people who are very big into like the gym scene and like lifting and stuff like that, they'll shave because I guess it makes them look nicer and like more lean and you can see the definition better. I get that. But yeah, I guess it all just depends on the situation, because I am typically more attracted to masculinity than femininity, and I don't
take
know.
One of those guys to meet your dad? Lol, let's be real.
Once again, my dad is foreign too, so he wouldn't understand why. He wouldn't understand it. I can tell you that much right now. But I mean, my dad is an easygoing guy anyways. And thank you so much for the bits, Pack. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, swimmers do that. Yeah, but it's just hard for me to explain. I think it's like everybody's a case-by-case basis, you know what I mean?
Got time for little boys.
Hi, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you. PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
OMGBU, have to tell that gym story now, lol.
I don't know if I should say that. I don't know, because I don't want to offend anybody, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I can say that one. But, I mean, it's just interesting, and to each their own, you know what I mean? Like, let's say, for instance, like, if some guy is, like, really big into the gym, and, like, that's his thing, I totally understand that. You want to shave, you like that aesthetic, that is perfectly fine with you. You know what I mean? Like, you do you. I'm not gonna say, like, I'll never date you because you do this one singular thing. It's all just, it's a lot that you're, I guess, evaluated on in my mind, I guess. If I can explain that better. Because you can say people being emotional is more of a feminine trait, which there's not necessarily something wrong with speaking your emotions as a guy, but I also feel like all of us should have like people that you can talk to and stuff like that, and you know, I just think as a whole, it just depends, right? Because to me, like, you have to be mentally, emotionally stable and not volatile. Because if you are volatile, like, immediately, I'm like, out, you're out of the pool, man, you're out of the pool.
Let's be real, you want that southern dad bod. Big ol' beer gut with chest and back hair poking out from their shirt collar.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's each their own. You know, some women, that's perfectly fine for. You know, some women or men just need affection. That's all you need. If you give them affection, then they're happy. And then other people need stability, and like, it's just a whole plethora of stuff. But to me, particularly, like, people who, like, I constantly say that are like constantly like whining, like boohoo type situations. I said this many times, but I'm gonna say it again. Somewhere along the line, they have figured out that like crying and whining makes people take pity on them. And so to me, it's like, if, one, I don't ever think that that should be what you want, to be pitied. And then two, it's like, if you act like a child, as brutal as that sounds, I'm gonna treat you like a child, you know? So if I had to sit there and pat you on the back because you just can't make it through the day, I mean, eventually, you know, it's like, if you act like a child, I will treat you like a child. So that's my thing about that kind of stuff. But then again, too, I mean, that's the blur between masculinity or feminine traits. I mean, I feel like you guys understand what I'm talking about, but it's just so hard
I just
to
need
say.
you. That's all I really need to be happy. You can even blow up my car. Give me B and I'll be happy.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
So is there ever a time that's appropriate for a guy to cry for you?
Oh, for sure.
Or is it just guys crying for attention?
For sure. Like, I totally understand there's times
So
when
what
guys
I've
will
learned
cry,
tonight,
of
I have a
course.
great shot and will be swimming in the deep end of the pool of this relationship.
Wallace, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Does that mean you will sit me on your knee, spank me when I am bad, and read me bedtime stories?
Girl, thank you for the bits. PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Smacked like a child. Will you spank my bottom if I am bad? Hoo hoo hoo.
Y'all are too much, my god. But yeah, I mean, just because you're a guy doesn't mean that you don't have any emotions. Doesn't mean that this stuff doesn't get to you. And I think too, like, societally speaking, society is more accepting of women talking about their emotions versus men. And men have just as many emotions as females do. Now, if you have a valid, like, this is the thing too, is that I think that people often, like, they like to just be like, I don't want to say overshare in a sense, but people go into all these
Spank
things.
me, mommy B. I've been a very bad boy and I need a spanking.
It's Hannity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And so yeah, guys have these feelings as well, but I think males and females together, like, we've gotten to, sometimes too, like, I'll see people that'll sit there and they'll tell me, like, their whole life story, even not knowing me at all. And that's something that I like can't understand, because I'm like, if I'm your friend and you've talked to me for a while and stuff like that, and you're like, B, you know, is there something that I can talk to you about or something like that? You are more than welcome to talk to me about this kind of stuff.
The dilemma. B won't be with a man-child, but repeated spankings go to petulant child. Bring
You gotta pick your battles, right, King?
Antisera troll.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And so, to me, like, of course, if there's something traumatic or something sad that happens in your life, you're more than welcome to cry, and I'm not gonna think any less of you. But for someone who's just like constant pessimism, and it's like, you know, poor me and poor me, and then it's like, if, you know, you can't have like a decent conversation without them crying, that's something to where I feel like at the end of the day, there should be literally nothing that you can't sit down across from me about and we can have a conversation about. You could do the worst thing imaginable to me. If you sit there and have a conversation, I will hear you out. But people who just like, or they'll do bad and then they'll be like, oh, poor me, you know, I didn't know, like, have mercy on me. I don't have any mercy for it. I'll judge you based on your actions and what you say, but you should always be able to sit down and have a conversation with me and tell me how you think and how you feel and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I cannot stand the incessant whining, and it's like making nothing something that's far bigger than what it is. But then also too, like, I have to remember that I put myself in very high stress situations, right? Like trauma. Not everybody deals with death on a day-to-day basis.
How about emotional, like crying the first time he sees you in your wedding dress or holds your child for the first time?
No, like, that's completely valid.
Instability to you?
That's completely valid, and I would understand that full force. I wouldn't think any less of you about that. But I mean, like, let's say for instance, like, your boss talked to you a little, like, in a way that you didn't like, and then you just come home and you cry about it.
There's a war on manliness. Kings never feel bad about being a king. Always work at being the best man you can be physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Be a man a woman can be proud.
Exactly, Hive. I mean, but that goes for both ways, you know?
So be honest.
Both ways.
Own your mistakes and don't be an over-the-top emotional.
Yeah, I mean, emotion is fine, and I'm talking about this is male and female. I mean, it's the same struggle between the two. I mean, I don't feel like it matters, like, if a female would cry over this versus a male cry over this, I don't think it matters your gender over why you'd cry or something like that. I mean, if there's a valid reason, go for it. Be it emotional, be it sad, or whatever. But I just can't stand the people to where, like, let's say, for instance, you know, like, I can't expect everybody to function to a level of dealing with, like, pediatric trauma and stuff like that, and, like, having your hands inside of a child's chest that you can't stop the bleeding, and the weight of that, the fear of that, the anxiety of that, and then it's like you would deal with somebody. And I have friends that are very much like that. It's like, oh my god, like, everything is like a freaking
with you, I trust you greatly.
Hurricane.
I don't like being vulnerable, but with you I would, because I know you would listen and truly care. That's what makes you great, B, so I will always be there for you in heartbeat.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And I feel like that's what it should be, right? You should be selective over who you're expressing yourself to. Like, because if you're truly gonna open up to somebody, it's reciprocal, right? Like, if you know, spend time to get to know me and stuff like that, and you care about me, then I'm gonna spend time to get to know you and to understand you. You know what I mean? It's like, it goes both ways. Like, you're supportive both ways. It should be reciprocal. But to me, it's like, you know, somebody could be like, oh my god, like, they ran out of my favorite drink at Starbucks. This is the worst day ever. Like, I just can't handle this. And it's like everything. It's just like these little things that are so tiny to me, and then they freak out about them. That is something that is just, I'm not saying that you're any less of a person or anything like that for being that way, but also it's very difficult for them to have that capacity that I function in, and I can't always expect somebody to meet that level because people aren't doing traumas all day long. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a hard thing to express, I guess.
So you're strong during those situations when others break down. But those emotions have to go somewhere, right?
Exactly.
What's your release?
Exactly, Pac. And thank you for the bits. But that's the thing too about, like, a truly leading a situation, because I don't ever want my team to look at me and see me panic or freak out, because as soon as you freak out, like, you've already lost. You start making mistakes. You need to be calm. You need to function scientifically, remember your algorithms, and you need to keep it cool because people are looking at you when you're the leader, and a leader leads by example, right? So you want them to look at you and see you always having it together. Now, when it comes down to where's your release,
that I don't trust easy either, haha. Chat is still so cool. I have a hard time with the small thing frustrations on small things.
Retsu, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And that's understandable. Like, oops, I dropped my controller. If you don't trust easily. I mean, trust is something that's earned. It's not just...
But B, I told the Starbucks barista that I wanted a venti caramel macchiato. Venti, I deserve a cry.
King, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, a supportive relationship with trust, mutual respect, and pushing each other for goals in life. If chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
That and laughter during sexy times.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
As an emotional person myself, there is nothing wrong with a man showing emotion if they can keep it together. But I can't promise I won't cry if I meet B, and yes, she's getting a bear hug.
PR. And that's completely fine. That is completely fine.
B, but would you agree that the little things add up? Like multiple little things in just a few hours, especially if it's fairly non-stop.
For sure, because you lose your ability, like, because eventually it's gonna add up until it tips the scale. And then I also feel like I need to say, like, talking about emotional things, like I said, like with the yin and yang, being logical or emotional, I think this also needs to be said, because there's nothing wrong with emotion, male or female, but when I say emotional stability, like what I mean by that is, let's say that your parent is like an alcoholic or a drug addict or something like that, right? Emotionally speaking, they're not stable because every day that you come home, you don't know what you're gonna get. When you pick up the phone, you don't know who's gonna be on the other line, right? So like for sometimes people could be like, oh, I'm just gonna call my mom and tell her about what happened in my day. Some people aren't like that because they're so unstable to where it's like, if you sit here and try to have a one-on-one conversation with them, they're gonna blow up, they're volatile, they're like ticking time bombs. That is what I mean when I say emotional stability. I am the same person today as I will be tomorrow.
Stare for a few seconds and nothing else.
Snake, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
B, I would never whine to you because I'm not that kind of person. I whine to my Polish cow, and I hope you don't hold that against me.
Moscow, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And so when I say whining too, I mean, that's the whole like, oh my God, it's always me. Like you're the exception, right? Like the world is just falling down upon you. You have no ability to pull yourself or change any of these things that you're like doing to yourself. Like that's what I consider whining. Complaining, we all complain, right? I'm like this, I hate going to work or something like that. That's normal.
If all we do is stare silently, then Beacon is gonna be really awkward.
Zesty, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. So that's what I mean by emotional instability. There's nothing wrong with you being emotional. Like I say, like if people are logical or emotional, I'm not saying that I must be with somebody who is also emotional. Also logical. There's beauty in somebody being able to see the world in a way that I'm not capable of seeing. And I'm aware of this. Like my best friend through all my life, we are the complete opposites. Like I'm short, she's tall, I'm brunette, she's blonde. Like she's my complete and total opposite. But she sees the world in a completely different way than I do. And that's beautiful. But that's the whole thing about being able to communicate and to be a stable person. For like I said, that there's literally anything you could tell me. Anything. And I will sit down and I will listen to you and I will hear you out. That's not gonna say that I'm gonna forgive you for it. But I will hear you out and I'll listen. I'm not gonna blow up and be like, F you, or, like that is the type of stuff that I can't handle. Like I expect people to be an adult. If you're an adult, if you're a kid, I expect you to act like a kid. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with crying. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with being emotional and talking about your feelings, be you male or female. But at the end of the day, can you have a decent conversation? Can I speak to you without you freaking out and just losing it? It's like you can't have a conversation and then just boom, there's a bomb set off. And the sad thing is you can't even explain it to them for them to try to fix it.
This is
it has to come innately.
100% a product of social media. People realized if they say my dad just died and my cat is cancer, they will get sympathy. People are sympathy vampires and it's disgusting. They don't realize they are abused.
Yeah, which is why I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate that as well.
Be
Hi.
responsive, not reactive in a relationship.
Yes.
We need beacon to happen. Gifts will be tails for everyone that comes.
No, we're gonna be mistaken for furries. We can't do the tails. Hive. 100% though.
B, I am really sorry. I got my pee-pee stuck in the honey jar whilst trying to feed bees in the garden. It's because I missed you. I didn't mean it.
Girl, thank you so much for the bit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bianca, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are
Thank
doing
you
amazing,
so
B.
much for the
As a
$50
fellow nurse, it can be
donation.
hard, but
Thank
you
you.
are doing fantastic work.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Chat,
That is
she's
so
right.
sweet of you.
I can
Thank
confirm
you.
that it's
Thank
not
you.
fun.
Thank you,
I've
Manga,
been with someone who
truly.
was unstable. It is
And
not
be safe
enjoyable.
out there, Manga. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Bretsu, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, there's things that you can kind of overlook, right? But then as the older you get, it's like, as you get older, I expect you to handle yourself to a different degree. You know what I mean?
So is this hypothetical talking with a partner blowing up from experience, or just knowing what you need, or talking and mentoring friends?
Pat, thank you for the bits. Not a partner, I'd say my family just in general, because half my family is just purely chaotic. And so, I mean, it's just things that you've learned
B, you would
throughout
be a
time,
great
I guess.
story.
Also through medicine and doing, like, working psych and adolescent psych, PD psych, that kind of stuff. Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I would expect somebody who's in their 30s to act a lot more mature than somebody who's 16. You know what I mean? I expect a certain level from you at that age. But Hive, like what you were saying is, yeah, like a lot of people will get like, do things for sympathy. Now that's to say too, like, I don't mind people saying things. Like let's say, you know, bringing up the, hey, you know, this happened or something like that. And it's like my deepest condolences. And I understand that for someone to have like an explanation of kind of like what's going on in their life. But there's also a difference between it's like freaking every day the sky is falling down on you. And then to me is it's like, why would I want to date somebody that is just freaking constant pessimism? Like you have this giant storm cloud that just follows you around and you've created it and you put it there too. I mean, that's just exhausting. Like I am here to support you just like you're here to support me. And that is perfectly fine, but I'm not going to, I can't take everything that I have just to try to fix your basic problems that are freaking nothing, like Starbucks didn't have your drink. It's exhausting. And for people who think it's okay, I'm telling you, because these are, and I'm talking about a lot of my friends who are around my age that act ridiculous. But I mean, it's like, if you think you can't get a decent relationship and it's not what you want, it's probably you. You should do some introspection.
So what if I smoke a specific kind of cigarette and I am out and 3 different gas stations don't have my smokes? Can I lose it then?
Malibu, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Insanity. My
Someone looks
goodness.
like he's in trouble standing in the corner lol.
Yeah, I know, we haven't like done anything. Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I just, be somebody you'd want to date at the end of the day, right?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Did you just say you have friends? I thought you were a recluse.
I am a recluse. I say friends more so. The majority of it, because it can't always be about my family, right? Which
All
is like the
those
main people I hang out
84-year-olds in
around.
the Starbucks drive-thru must be a pain.
Zesty, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I mean, you should be the type of person that you would be proud to date. You know? And you should be able to separate emotion from conversation. And it's like you have to work these things out, because if you're gonna be with somebody,
Wait,
communication
there are
and trust is
beautiful
everything.
science out there? Oh god, they will take over the world.
Snake, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
I can't be a 5 feet 2 inches hot, intelligent, and kind nurse.
Pack, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Can you be a 5'2" hot, intelligent physicist? Maybe? I'm kidding. Yeah, you should be the kind of person that you'd want to date. I feel like, at least. Like, if you want these things, much like with these girls that I'm talking about, it's like if you want a guy that's gonna give you attention, listen to you, genuinely care about you, you need to do these things too.
Well, IDK if id date me, that's self-kissed, and we don't do that here.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Because like with this hookup culture and stuff like that, I've seen girls go on, I'm serious, like a date in a week, like go on a date with 5 different men, which
Basically,
is
chat think
absurd
life
to
like
me.
a comic book, and but the hero you want to be in your own comic book story.
Sin, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so to me, first off, I'm like, if you're gonna ask somebody out on a date, to me, like, what? I guess I just literally can't even comprehend it. Because I'm like, if you're going on a date with this guy,
I will
you're
take
going
your
on a date with
advice
that
and
guy.
be the person I want to date. Hello, my name is Bianca Antisera, and I will taxidermy your pets.
Moscow, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. That's
See,
my perk. I'll
Now here's
taxidermy
the
your
problem
pets.
though, B. You know how bad my personal expectations are, ha ha ha.
Retsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
I'm
Minka,
sorry for
thank
your
you.
loss and everything. It's never
That is
great,
so sweet of
but you're a
you.
fantastic human being who does so much. Take a load off. You got this.
Mega, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
I read an interesting
I really, really
perspective on this
appreciate
the other
you.
day.
Thank
It
you,
said a
thank
woman's
you,
loyalty
thank
is
you.
tested when has nothing. A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. Not sure how I feel about it.
I can kind of see that on a grand picture scale, I guess.
Hey, I like the rain though. But I have conquered the storm that's in my soul. So you don't need to worry about that. I know what I bring to the table and you would be well fed.
Wallace, see, that's a good way to put it, right? Because when you're younger, you're trying to figure stuff out. And I'm not saying that I have
hate
everything
hookup
figured out,
culture.
but
Any girl on Tinder I automatically think is a slow gobbling worms on the red. Get that nasty coo-hoo out to here and go to church, girl.
hi, thank you so much for the donation. Oh
Your
my
friend's
God.
dating the 5 guys. Well, that's one way to cut down your grocery bill. That's probably her reason. I don't judge.
So to me, the way that I understand dating culture and stuff like that is if you're going on a date with this guy, you like this guy. You're like going to date this guy. You know what I mean? It's not just like, I'll just date, I'll go on a date with 5 of them or whatever. Like, who cares? Like, because I'm not his girlfriend. No, I mean, you may not truly be his girlfriend yet, but I mean, it's kind of understood that you're both mutually interested in each other. And I'm like, it's the same thing too. Like, she's not gonna get somebody that's worth anything if that's the way that she's gonna treat a guy, right? So it's like, you have to be kind of what you want. You need to have your morals straight. You need to have, you know, I don't believe in any of that hookup culture type stuff. I think that is such a cop-out, and I think it's so ridiculous. And then it's always like, I can't find a good guy. And it's like, well, I freaking wonder why. I mean, look at the things you're doing. This is ridiculous. Like, look, I don't know. But,
So at what point do you decide to go from talking to boyfriend, girlfriend? Serious question, I don't get it.
I mean, I feel first off, somebody should ask you if you know, to be their girlfriend to begin with. Pack, thank you for your bits as well. But, that being said,
I have always been an old soul with traditional values. Plus I am older than the immortal that is B.
you're older than 84, Wallace. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. So first off, they should ask you out. I mean, truly. But secondly,
Well, I swing by and Hive as being Hive. Lol, hey beautiful. I have missed you so much. I'm gonna sit and have a Jack Daniels watermelon punch and watch you for a while, Mocha love.
We've missed you so much, Mocha. We've missed you. I am so happy that you're spending some time in the stream. My gosh. That is awesome, Mocha. We've missed you so much. Okay, so when you go from talking to boyfriend and girlfriend, first off, you should ask. You should ask them out, like, truly. But then secondly, like, what I'm saying is when you're talking to somebody, to me personally, I don't have the capacity to talk to multiple people, I guess, in my mind. Like, if I'm gonna give you my time and my attention, it's because you've earned my time and attention. And I expect the same, like, reciprocally, right? Because, like, I'm not gonna give you attention if I don't get attention in return, right? But then also, too, to me, I wouldn't go on a date with a guy unless I was interested in him, like to date him, like to be his girlfriend to begin with. And I mean, that's not to say that you can't go on a date and it just bombed terribly and then you're just like, okay, this isn't gonna work out. That's understandable too. But I would not go on a date until you have a very firm, I feel like I have a firm basis of who you are and your personality, and that I am interested in being your girlfriend and being with you. I'm not gonna have, I don't think that I would just go on a date just to be like, oh yeah, we're just going on a date.
Woman who is single, my first thought is, oh, what's wrong with her?
Hi, thank you for the donation. Angel, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Those girls that say he is my world. This your 7th one in a year. You creating a solar system, Stacy.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I just don't understand that, like how girls can be like talking to multiple guys.
Is this how you want date me be? Because you realized I am a POS like I say I am?
Insanity! You need to hype yourself up. Come on now. You know I think highly of you. I don't think poorly of you. I do not think poorly of you, not at all. But yeah, I mean, just, it's hard to explain. But then again too, my biggest thing too that I see like with social media is it's like guys will follow all of these like super slutty Instagram
so if you're
things.
Going on a date, it's in your mind a precursor to boyfriend, girlfriend phase versus just talking.
Correct.
You really do believe in courting.
I do. Heck yeah. I'm not just gonna agree to a date just because somebody asked me out.
You are almost
I
my
must
age
know
by now.
you first.
We could totally date.
Mocha! That's right. Mocha, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Not keep my own ego in check. Self-deprecation is what keeps me in line.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What was I talking about? Okay, yeah. So this is a big thing too that I've been going into recently with social media. And like there'll be guys who like all these like super slutty photos of women and stuff like that. And now if you're single and stuff like that, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you doing that. But just know,
I will be that guy that you break your dating rules for. Be all is fair in love and war.
That's true. All is fair in love and war. I agree with that. Wallace, thank you for the bits. But if you're doing this type of stuff, once again, I'm just gonna say from a female perspective and what goes on in females' minds, and it's the same for males.
I'm wondering now how many people are going to ask you out within the next 24 hours. Haha.
Rutzy, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But what I can say as a woman wants your attention, okay? And they will not fight for your attention if you freely give it up to others. So let's say like you follow all of these like Instagram things with like these half-naked women and stuff like that. I'm telling you, if you do stuff like that, the woman wants your attention, and you may think that you're fighting for her attention, but it goes both ways. And so to me personally, I will not fight for your attention if you're just going to, and I say fight as in, it's not like a difficult fight, but I mean like be there for somebody, speak with somebody. But yeah, to me, women want your attention just like males fight for female attention. That is
easy now.
Valuable.
Those are my cousin's
Remember
photos
that.
I'm liking. They just happen to all be Maxim models. Yep.
Tack, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
To be fair, the attention thing goes both ways 100%.
That's
You
exactly
fight for
what I
each other's
said.
attention. Give them the time equally on both sides.
Exactly.
I've always said the best place to meet a good girl/guy's church or Barnes and Noble. Thoughts? And you know what they say, B, offer enough women your hot dog and one of them eventually gonna bite. Smile.
Hi, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Congo, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. My goodness. Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You don't say a woman's perspective. You are not the typical woman. You are leagues above the rest of these women.
Insanity. That's so sweet.
B. My stream was freezing. Can you recap the best way to date you? For research, not asking you out or
For
anything.
research?
Today Antisera teehee.
I'll go into that here in a second once these other ones read.
So if you're into a guy, do you check to see his follows and dig down to his likes?
No, I wouldn't dig down on follows or likes or stuff like that. I mean, however...
So, basically, my IG account of PEWP and corny is safe. Good to know. Ignore all the
King,
broken
thank you so much for the
35-year-old
bit.
crazy chicks I follow.
Thank you, thank
Antisera
you.
troll.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't particularly care to look. I will see who somebody's following to see if there are mutual people, because you can see it too, to where it's like, if you have mutual, there's a lot of things that can add up by who you follow mutually. You can understand kind of like the type of person that they follow and so forth. But I mean, to get down to the point where you're worrying about who, like, every photo that somebody likes, I mean, eventually they're gonna find out, because when you follow them, you can see their activity.
I am not asking B out. I don't need that depressing answer. Ever.
Insanity. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, like, let's say you're interested in somebody and you go to their Instagram and they have like 500-600 followers, or they follow 500 or 600 people, and 400 of them are all like half naked women. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I saw that, I'm like, to me personally, it just talks about your personality, and I'm not looking for that type of personality. So, but that's just me personally. To other people, that doesn't matter. It just kind of depends.
I think that the girl for me would never have to compete for my attention, and wouldn't want me to compete for hers. I think that if you have to compete for your BF/GF, then they are a trophy and not a partner.
Yeah, Kuro, and that's another thing too. It's like what I see as well is like a lot of people who get like jealous and stuff like that. I kind of feel sad for people. I feel like because
Cousins.
cousins.
Just kidding. I only follow
Fuck, thank you for the
taxidermists and
bits.
gamers.
Thank you, thank you. My own personal opinion on that is, what I feel like is whenever you're super jealous over, it's either an immaturity factor, or it's like, I don't know if they've ever truly been loved, I guess. Because if I love somebody, it's like an all-encompassing love, like an infatuation. Like, there is no possibility of someone taking me from you if I
So
care
my 90
that
gun,
deeply about
military and car page, 120 friends and family with 15 thoughts I follow is safe? Let's go.
you. Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. But I feel like one of the things whenever you're with somebody and you truly love somebody, that they should understand the way that you love them. And you have to understand too, or at least for me, that if I love you, there's something that is so unique about you that I love. It is impossible to replicate you. It's not like somebody can just come by and steal me from you. I've taken enough time to get to know the person that you are. And I mean, that's the thing too. I get hit on very constantly. And that's also another situation, because it's like, one, I'm a travel nurse, so I'm constantly all over the US. Two, I get hit on quite often. And it's a certain situation where I've dealt with it so long that I know how to handle the situation. And that's the thing too, is it's like, if somebody were to date me, they also have to understand that I'm capable of handling the situation and not get upset at me for it. Because one, I would get hit on a lot to begin with, and then with social media, it's just amplified like times 1,000. And so there are people who are like mentally immature, I would say, that'll get angry over situations like that. But then also too, it's like, if you would just understand the way that I see you, you would understand that all of that means nothing. Like, that it doesn't matter who I come across or what somebody else has to offer. They're not you. And that's what love is to me. It's not like I'm just gonna fall out of love with you tomorrow. It's not the way it works.
Rest assured that then 400 plus hoochies I follow aren't half naked. They mostly are fully naked. It feels good to still be in the running after such a close call.
Moscow, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
To me, we are talking about respecting each other's time. Give and receive in equal efforts.
Yes.
I don't think we are talking about trying to get more time than someone else.
Yeah, respect is huge. Respect is massively important.
You don't have to fix your hair for me. No, I'm not a dude with crazy needs. You could be yourself around me.
Sin, thank you for the bits. I couldn't be around somebody that's like, you need to be dressed to the
What
nines
does it say that my
constantly.
Insta is full of doggos,
This is what I usually look
plants,
like.
and jeeps? And maybe a couple of half-naked women just smirk.
Mocha, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
At what point should your partner, though, intervene? It's one thing to understand that you can deal with it, but if your partner cares, it's more a respect thing.
I mean, that would kind of depend on the situation, for sure.
If anything, if my wife got hit on, I'd take that as a personal compliment. Yay, dat hottie is all mine.
I
crowgasm.
agree, Hater. I feel like that's the way to just approach it and not to take any offense to it. Like, take it as a compliment. But Pac, I mean, I feel like at first, whoever's hitting, like, people are gonna shoot their shot, like, constantly, right? Okay, go for it. There's no harm in that. Shoot your shot, whatever. And then at that point, it should just be done with, right? Now, if it starts getting to a point where somebody is like stalking me or something like that, I would understand that. Or if I'm like at a dinner or something like that, and then some guy comes over and is like blatantly disrespecting who I'm with because they're hitting on me, I would definitely understand them to speak up. But I'm also not saying, like, I don't believe anybody should put their hands on anybody. I don't ever think that anything should escalate to that point. And then sometimes too, like, people are crazy, man. I mean, it's insane, but it just depends on the situation. But for me personally, it's like I'm all across the United States. I get hit on quite often. So if you don't trust me to handle the situation properly, you can't be with me, you know, because I'm not going to be there all the time. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to act properly in the situation.
I legit think I only have friends in video games on Insta. I follow almost no one, ha ha ha.
Retsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. And this is another thing. One of you guys had said this earlier that I didn't get to go into. When it comes down to dating, I think what ends up happening is that somebody will see, and this happens often, where a guy will just be like, hey, can I take you on a date? And to me, I'm like, I don't know you. Why would I go on a date with you? And so, in my opinion, I know that some people are not like this, but to me, you have to try to get to know me to take me on a date. I'm not just gonna be like, sure, you're cute, let's go on a date, because that means nothing to me. Like, your aesthetics means nothing to me. I want to know about your personality first. And now I understand too, like, there's a part of being emotionally attracted to somebody and then also like mutually being attractive. But I can say too, like, somebody, if I don't go based on looks. So let's say if somebody is on average, somebody you'd say that would be like someone sub-average or something like that, they can still be way more attractive than a swimsuit model or something like that to me in my eyes. Because I care about you, I care about your mind far more than I care about you aesthetically. But more that you get to know about somebody, the more attractive you become in my eyes, personally. You don't have to be a 10. But yeah, I think a lot of times people will just like ask somebody out and then it won't go as according to plan, and then they'll get upset, and then they'll leave. But to me, it's like, if that's what you want, everything takes work. Like a relationship, and to get me to like spend my time on you, yeah, you should get to know me personally. Cause like, I'm not gonna waste my time on somebody who just thinks I'm cute, personally. So if you want the date, earn it. And that's the same thing, Switch. I've never asked a guy out, and I'm very old-fashioned in the sense that I would wait for a guy to ask me out. But
Wait,
if I was gonna
that's how
ask somebody
this works,
out,
B?
I would know them
Oh god,
first.
I'm proba minus 69 by now. Hoo hoo ha lulululu.
Retsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aesthetics always matter. If you had two people with the exactly same personalities, anyone would take the Abercrombie model over the sweltering dumpster fire.
Hi, thank you for the donation. I mean, in a sense, yes, aesthetics does matter. One, I mean, it would be impossible, right, for them both to have the same personalities, so they each have to be weighed like as an individual. However, I'm a big proponent of always trying to be your best self. So you being healthy and like caring about your health and like, you know, working on something like a career. Like I'm saying, I'm not expecting everybody to have a PhD. I'm not expecting everybody to have freaking 6% shredded body fat year round.
The thing that makes someone a
your
10
personality
is unique
is
to that
huge.
person. If you had two people that look the exact same, so the inside is always what makes the biggest difference.
Yes, Kuro, for sure. But to me, it's like, yes, you should try to maintain yourself to a decency of being maintained, you know what I mean? And be healthy and live your best life and stuff like that, but I don't expect perfection. But to me personally, the majority of people who,
They have to be
it's all
cooler
relative,
than
I
Elden
guess.
Ring. Worth spending your time on so you don't sacrifice the important things in life. Seriously though, they do need to be worth your time since as we know it's in high demand.
Pack, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lotus, what's
It would
up?
be
How are you
such a
doing?
turn off if a girl asked me out. That's the kind of girl who will hyphenate her name. No thank you.
I can't say I would not ask a guy out. I just feel like that would be so weird. I wouldn't do it.
B. Quick change of topic.
But women do.
Today is Bando's B-Day. Can we get a shout out for our Cajun King?
Bando, happy birthday! You came back on your birthday. That means so much.
B, you're
Did you have
back.
like a nice steak or something? What'd you eat? What have you done on this fine birthday, Advent Cajun? Outlaw, thank you so much for being a sub for 20 months. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great. So B want ask someone out, and my anxiety is too wild to let me ask someone like her out. So we just been stuck in an endless loop.
An endless loop. Zesty, thank you for the bits. King, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Quasimodo Casanova has a chance? Quasimodo Casanova has a chance. Look out, folks. Papa's got a brand new bag. Now, where's my Axe spray and comb for chest hair? Lol.
There's this guy, and I can't remember his name, but he was in like the Victorian era, and he was known for being like what people would consider very like unattractive. However, this man like went throughout like all of Italy, like seducing all the noble women. It was because of his poise, his eloquence.
Do not hear B he's partying, but
It's
I'll let him
insane.
know.
And that's a possibility. I'm telling you, maybe you don't have the looks, but you can still have different like attributes that make you like S tier, you know? PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Like Rasputin? Yeah. Rasputin is one hell of a legend, isn't he? My goodness.
The one biggest thing I'm striving towards in my life is growing my back hair long enough to braid. Maybe you'll be the lucky one to help me braid it one day.
Hater, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My god. Man, that was quite the rant, huh? That was like an hour-long ranting of me just doing nothing but talking about relationships. My god.
So if you don't ask people out, how do you let people know you're interested? Like Sebastian, you have to bat your eyes like this? Pucker your lips like this?
Pack, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I mean, that's not a simple question to answer, but you have to figure it out through how somebody speaks to you, I would say. Because there's verbal communication and then there's nonverbal communication, right? You have to be able to read both to see, is this person interested in me? Is this person not interested in me? You know, I mean, if somebody texts you maybe once a month or something like that, it's just like a, hey, probably not interested in you. You know what I mean? But there's verbal
Well,
and
we know
nonverbal
she doesn't
communication.
wink at them.
Yeah, like Zesty, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I can't wink. Yeah, like when it comes down to it, you have to be able to mix verbal and non-verbal and catch
I
the
personally
cues.
don't ask too many girls out. Oh, if I ask a girl out, she def special regardless of the outcome. To my own self-confidence, ISNT the best, and Trace, I also feel like I need more certainty of what the answer.
No, but that's 100% understandable, Insanity. I mean, I don't.
B, if we are ever lucky to date, I
I'll go
am
into
doing
that.
what Deadpool said, maximum effort. Either best date of you life or the
Yeah.
best worst date.
One
Either
or the
way,
other,
I will be
right?
remembered by you, and that's what I want. You to always remember me.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. To me, if I was a guy, I would want to make very sure that if I was gonna ask you out, that like, I know that you're gonna say yes, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of what you should get to, because like nobody wants to hurt your pride either. But it's just crazy. People are just so interesting sometimes with what they do. Like, one time, this was like back in high school or something like that, and I was at this party, and I was like outside the party hanging out with my friends, and this guy that I knew liked me for like ever, but I never liked him. I mean, he had tried and stuff like that, like for quite a while, and he just kept getting turned down and turned down and turned down and turned down. Well, I guess you can add alcohol, and it was like, you know, he got all courageous and stuff like that. So here I am, like standing outside of this party with my friend, and he's just like, has this blank look on his face, like he's just in another world. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, can I kiss you? And I'm like, why would you, well, one, no, but then secondly, why would you ask that? I mean, that just seems so weird to me. Like, you have to be able to pick up on verbal and nonverbal communication, right? Like, if you're gonna do something romantic, you have to read the room and read the signal, right? You have to be with it. You can't just ask that. I mean, that's weird. That is weird to me, personally. And yes, I can understand, Flexi, but I feel like you can give consent verbally or non-verbally. I mean, just clearly aware that you have a kind of rapport with somebody to where you're not gonna go in for a kiss and you're gonna get slapped. You know what I mean? But to me personally, that just floored me. I was like, well, don't ask.
It was the formaldehyde you were wearing. He was overcome, I blame it on that.
I do love the smell of formaldehyde. My gosh.
I'm going to be honest. It's literally almost not possible to know a girl will say yes. You can read the tells, but dang, sometimes they can be so wrong, and those cause the worst situations.
I feel like that's a cop-out of the girl's end. You either know or you don't. Or she a hoe.
If you have to ask, the answer is probably no flaw.
Right, Mocha? Like, whatever happened to, like, romanticism and stuff like that? I just, I don't know.
Some things and people are worth the risk of a no. I wouldn't ask for a kiss. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. Wait, that doesn't apply to making moves on a lady.
Wallace, thank you for the bits.
Everyone going to ask be out now, not like this battle royale. Fight me, boy.
Fight to the death to win my affection.
Well, B, I already told you I have a whole date planned for you, so come to NYC already. But remember, it's a friend date, so don't get frisky.
I'll remember my manners. Don't you worry, BR.
Oh my word, you're so wrong. You can tell.
Yeah. I feel like you can. Unless it's just like, this
so what
culture.
You're saying is just go in for the kiss and don't ask for it. Got it. Your small slaps will just be love taps.
Hey there, thank you for the bits. I feel like you just completely kill everything if you just
asks for consent. SMH. Read the room.
Hi, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Yeah, to me, like, if you're gonna look at, if you have like some girl that's in like hookup culture or whatever, and she's like, yeah, I like really like you, just like really get me.
So if we fighting to see who gets to date,
and then you ask her out, I mean, I feel like it's the girl.
Buddies, never a fair fight, nerds.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
Subi, I've got an open spot at my D&D table. Would you like to join in? Dampy bit me sing.
Bacon, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. I need to get back into D&D too. Truly, when I get my school and everything, my time kind of more in order. But yeah, I think if you're gonna deal with a girl who's lying to you and you are incapable of seeing through the facade, that's a different story, in my opinion. But also too, people can also mistake kindness for liking somebody as well. So you have to be able to understand the difference between the two too, right? Because if she likes you, she's gonna be nice to you. But if somebody is just nice and like amicable with you, that's one thing compared to
I hate the cliche that guys say to girls. I would die for you. I say, I would live for you. That can be harder to do. Death is easy.
That's so poetic, Wallace. So poetic. It's a fight for life, that's true.
No, it's the way they look at you. Read the small gestures.
Yes, exactly.
Take time around you. Watch her eyes. Guys, you can Google it. Lol.
Because also too, like, you'll start to see how they view you from their eyes of how
While
they
you
talk
all are
about
fighting,
you.
I'll be cooking for her. That's how you win Bee's heart. Ramen.
PR, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I've never had a guy cook for me before. But yes, you should be able to read. You gotta be able to read the cues. I mean, that's something that, like, through life, it's just something you gotta learn.
I won't fight for Bee cause I will lose, but I still at least get to enjoy Bee's streams. Love you, Bee.
Lotus, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I was gonna go to the store, but I was like, man, this is crazy.
If she looks at you the way Bee looks
much
at a dead
conversation.
elk, it's love.
Yeah, and are you gonna judge me for bringing home a dead elk?
Bianca,
You gonna judge
thank
me
you
for what I
always
bring home?
bestowing your wisdom upon us. You are the most unique and compassionate
Oh my
individual.
God.
Everyone adores you and you're always positive influence on us. Be proud of the community you have built. I am
DX, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Nice
so
try PR,
much.
but I'm already planting animal corpses for her to find.
Like a little scavenger hunt just in the backyard, trying to dig up bones.
Love how this turned into we will fight for Bee.
Snake, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But there was one time, which is interesting, like from being on social media, I've had so many crazy opportunities that is just so insane. But one in particular, there's this lady. She's like your typical influencer, let's say, okay?
I'm not fighting. I'll just pull up in my cool Jeep and she'll climb in and we will ride off to the beach mocha dab.
We'll just ride out into the sunset and go drink margaritas, huh, Mocha? Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Sin, thank you for the bits. Air, thank you for
I'm a
the
jack of
bits.
all trades winking face. Wah. You can bring all the
Wah.
skulls you want cause it will just put a smile on my face.
Blah. Like I said, boys.
Gonna go hunting and bring Bee a whole new elk.
I'd hunt with you.
If you brought home a dead elk, I would bring up all the times you moaned at Kimchi, and let you know next time me and Kimchi don't want to hear it.
Girl, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so for the story, this influencer girl walks up to me. And she was very much a girl to where all they care about, or all she cared about was like clout and your numbers and like what you can do for her. So anyway, she like walked up to me. This was such an insane situation that I was in to begin with. And so anyways, she's like, oh, so what do you do? And I was like, well, I'm a trauma nurse. So, you know, the gunshots, the stabbings, that kind of stuff, I'm your gal. This girl legit slow turned and walked away from me
Zesty,
like she just
it
didn't want to
likely
have any of
Kimchi
it.
will be finding them first while we're having dessert.
PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So anyway, she walked away from me and I was like, I don't care. It's funny because I'm like, you're here for clout, but you're far less relevant than I am anyways, which is hilarious to me. However, secondly, there are people to where like, you know, some people just can't get down with that type of stuff, you know? Males or females. So that's another thing. I know I'm odd. I know I'm kind of like an acquired taste. I do a lot of weird things, but also, I mean, I enjoy it and it's part of who I am. So you either kind of like that part of me or you don't like that part of me, which is both completely valid. You know? But to me, I guess I just disgusted her so much. She was just like, no. No. It's like, go on with your bad self then. My gosh. Why isn't Earth reading? Wallace, thank you so much for the bits. BS never said no to me asking for a date. She usually changes the subject, so here's hope and a chance. How's a guy never cooked for you or taking you to a library for a date? Neither of those things have happened to me. This definitely needs to be remedied immediately. Take notes, take notes. Be some mate, a little bittersweet. That's right. I love me my mate. Mate.
Kinda sad you weren't there when I woke up from my appy all by myself lol.
Mocha! You poor thing! You poor thing! That is one of my biggest fears, is having to have like an emergency appy or something like that. I used to have nightmares about that. I'd be freaking the hell out.
Did you just say you are an acquired taste?
I do think I'm an acquired taste.
You are the effective epitome of what others should expect and want, ha ha ha. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's mine and Insanity's gig.
I don't even think that's being hard on myself. I just know I'm a bit different. And I mean that more so as like bringing home dead elks and stuff like that. Either you like that kind of stuff or you don't, but either way, that is perfectly fine. I don't really see myself less for that, but you know, I can also understand somebody who would think that's a little much, you know? Man, we're like going through this so quick. I use my 4. That's alright, different isn't a bad thing. Very true.
You better not going hunting without me.
Streets, thank you so much for the bit. Thank you, thank you. I haven't been hunting in a while. Yeah, appy is an appendectomy. Mm-hmm. I used to have nightmares that I would like being rolled back like into the OR and be like a specific surgeon I didn't like.
But someone gonna think that's the best flavor in the world.
That's right, hater. And that goes the other way as well. You know what I mean? 100%. For somebody to genuinely be able to see you and accept you as you. You know? But that's what I mean, like, with love as well. I mean, I feel like people who get jealous, like, you're gonna lose them or something like that. It's like, to me personally, I was like, that is the most ridiculous notion ever. Ridiculous. Because it's like, you must not understand the way that I feel if you think that you're that easily replaced. Cisco, thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. How are you doing? Dex, you ever try to revive an animal from the grave? No, the only animal, when my cat Ollie died, I did CPR in my bed. He died in my arms, and that was the time too that when I took him to the kitty ER, because he threw a massive clot, they didn't want to give him back to me, they wanted to euthanize him. But to me, I was like, he's not in pain, I would much prefer him pass away at my house with me, in a place that he knows, versus being here, you know? And so anyways, she didn't want to give me my cat back, and it was ridiculous. And I was like, I really don't want to make a scene, but please, you're gonna have to give me my cat back, because I'm not leaving without my cat. And so anyways, when he passed away in my arms, I was holding him, and I took that so bad. There's not any death that I took worse than my cat Ollie, believe it or not. I mean, it was tragic for me, and I would not let go, and I was doing CPR on my poor passed away cat. God, it was tragic. Lord have mercy. And then, not to mention, to dig his grave in my backyard. That was an ordeal. That was bad. I just couldn't let go, I guess, at the moment, until I started to come to my senses a little better. And I realized I was doing far more harm than good, and I knew he wasn't gonna come back, but that was probably the only animal that I worked on. Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible. I can't believe she didn't want to give me my cat back, and she was guilting me, saying that I was being inhumane. And I was like, if he was in agony,
Ollie was a true
I can
homie.
understand.
Just remember B. Ollie still looking at his mama and smiling.
I do. I think about that every morning when I drink my coffee, because outside of my master bedroom, I can see his little flower area, and I planted flowers, like orange and white flowers, which are the color of his fur. And I still have my necklace, too, that has Oliver on it. Because back in the day, I had a cat named Olive, and so I named him Oliver, because I felt like they went together. So I have my little heart, it's like a cat heart necklace that says Ollie on one side and then Oliver on the other. But that was, yeah, so she's like, it's so inhumane. He's like, he's gonna die, you know, in like just tragic conditions and stuff like that. And I was like, you've given me pain medication. I can medicate him if he is in pain. But as far as I'm concerned, the best place for him to have passed away was in my arms with someone who loved and cared for him in a place that he recognizes, and he can smell me, you know, as his owner. I didn't want him to just be, I also didn't want to make the call either. You know, it's one thing, once again, if somebody is in agony, but that's another thing too, just like with my grandmother. Like, I'm happy that it went the way that it did, because if we would have had her on a vent and stuff like that, she would have been brain dead anyways, and I don't want to have to make that call to take her off the vent. That's a very hard call to make. You know what I mean? So I'm like, who are you to tell me what I can do with my cat? And now you're acting like I can't take him home? Absolutely not. I'm not leaving without my cat. My God. Nichols, thank you so much for being a sub for 19 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate you. What's up, Ben? How are you doing? Insanity, I remember that day vividly and I couldn't deal. I knew you were hurting so bad. It even makes me tear up thinking about it. I love that cat so much.
When my first dog died, I was inconsolable for a week. I still miss my little Muffin.
Muffin and Ollie are together. PR, thank you for the bits.
That's right, Ollie looking down on you. Kimchi and Puddles.
Man. Ollie was just like, he was like a human.
Pets live shorter lives cause they come into this world knowing and giving unconditional love. We as humans have to learn that as we grow.
Said Wallace, thank you for the bits. I mean, he was such a good cat. Like, his mentality was so insane for being an animal. And like, he would, oh my God, he was such a good cat. Like, and he would come to me anytime I'd call him, and he was huge. And he would put his little paw on my cheek to like pull my face close to him, and then he would touch my nose. But he had the cognition to pull me to him. He wasn't chunky like Kimchi, he was just very large, which was his problem. So he had a congenital heart defect that we didn't find out about. I say like we, because he lived with my parents for a while, and he was always good on all of his checkups and stuff like that. So like, me and my parents had no idea about that, because he had always been good, but his heart was too big. He was just too large of a cat. He was massive. And so anyways, he was like my childhood-ish cat, I guess you'd kind of say. Not really, because I was still like an adult when I got him, but he just meant so much to me. So much to me. And even still, like, downstairs, I have like his little socks that I put him in. I put him in like little toddler socks, because when he had a clot, he lost the mobility in his hind legs. So I put little like infant booties on him so he wouldn't like scratch his legs when he would like pull himself around my house. I loved that cat. Loved him.
His heart was too big because it was filled with all the love he had for you.
Hater, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Can hear the emotion in your voice. You are making me want to hug you and give forehead kiss.
It killed me, Wallace. I mean, destroyed me. And I even had his little gravestone made, and it says, oh, it says Mommy's little hero. My little Ollie. God, I love that cat so much. That was such a good cat. I loved him so much. Okay, let's see. Has Aladdin given up on his precious Jasmine already? Well, I'm not gonna waste wish on the likes of you three. I'll deal with you myself. Aladdin, now. He didn't even do anything. He just like popped up. Yeah, I know. God, I love my cat so much. I loved him. Now this little gravestone. It's so cute. I have like plus ultra on it and everything. My little Ollie boy. Al, forgive me. Smack him. You fell for it, Jafar. What do you mean? Hopefully we can fight Jafar, save, and then I'll probably be the end of the stream. We'll see. Feels like you just blew your second wish. Only one left. Go ahead, use it to win Jasmine's heart. You still have us to deal with. Now I get it, Al, you're so clever. Well, the cunning of a rat, but unfortunately, you can't see beyond the bait. Your little ploy changes nothing. Jonesy, thank you so much for being a sub for 17 months. Thank you, thank you, thank
going to
you.
Make me tear up about little Ollie again. Hype cry, take out Jafar.
I know, right? I had to stop thinking about it. Oh, Lord. That was so tragic. I can crush you once and for all and make Jasmine my own. Genie, my last wish, transform me into an all-powerful genie. So he's like, I don't even need wishes to win over Jasmine. Get him, Jafar. get him. I guess it was just like so unexpected, and I loved Ollie so much. And like all the other deaths that have basically happened, I've been relatively like prepared for. But there was like nothing I could do for Ollie because he was in heart failure. And I was like, so don't we have like kitty Lasix, you know? Like, what are we gonna do? What's the plan? And they're like, no, we don't really have the capability to address his case, you know, the way that I would address a human heart failure patient. So, it is what it is, but he's not in any pain anymore.
Bee. Hello, darling. I have missed you
Crazy.
and hope you are well. Smiley face.
Thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Javin, welcome to the stream. I was a trivia question tonight at the brewery you were at. Hey, that's epic! That is super freaking cool. Very nice. Very cool. What's up, Michael? How are you doing? Oh my god. I've been playing too much Elden Ring. That's how I was trying to move around. I was like, it didn't work. Hater, thank you so much. Thank you, Hater. So much. Thank you. Yes, we hit 400. That's crazy. Hater, thank you so much. Thank you. Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
The word darling has been ruined for me. I either hear Lucifer or 02. Darling.
I can see that, Insanity. I can understand that. Okay, here we go. So I still have to hit Iago. Let's see. Oops. Yes. I'm getting confused with Elden Ring controls. Oh, you see? My god! Okay, how did I just forget? I guess I've just been talking for so long. I swear! I keep getting my controls wrong. I'm trying to break it.
400 subs. We should celebrate. With a goth bee or just chatting stream tomorrow. What do you say?
I don't know about that. I don't know about the just chatting stream tomorrow because I'd have to adjust my settings. I'm trying to break it. I don't exactly know what that did. I mean, I feel like I'm doing decent. I just need to heal better. Why not? How do I lock on? I've forgotten. How do I lock on? Oh. No! I've forgotten everything! Wallace, sweet dreams! Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. What the heck do I log on? Oh my gosh. There has to be a way. Did I ever know or did I just forget? No. Did I use my healing in a slight? Did that card just not come back? Well, if I can remember my
legit
controls,
turn
I'll do
on
a little
Kingdom
better.
Hearts and have it in the background just for music while you chat like tonight the entire stream. I'd be down for that.
Hater, thank you. I have a ton of CP points
Be honest
too, I need to
question.
spend.
How does a night of classic Disney movies sound? Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White. I haven't seen those movies since easily 2001.
I love Disney movies, and I haven't seen any of them in probably longer than that, I would say. Hercules is though is my favorite. I love Hercules. Love it. The feels of that movie. What's up, Confused? How are you doing? Okay. see if I can do a little more of a dent here. How do I log on? Not that. Not that.
Yeah.
God, why do I keep doing that?
If you were driving and an old man and a child cross the road, what do you hit?
What? Streets, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
If you want Kingdom Hearts music in the background, B has the perfect thing for it aside from the game Antisera Teehee.
That was so cute, PR. You're so creative. Like, you managed to find such interesting things. He sent me this music box. It's so freaking cute.
The brakes LMAO.
Can I dodge it? So I don't have to waste a card? I need to remember how to lock on. Probably hide under here. Maybe it won't hit me. Okay, this is going good. This is going good. New York City is full of wonders. I haven't been to New York in so long. It's not what I wanted to do. We'll do it anyways. Why not? He broke it? That's unfortunate.
Courage.
Let's do this.
Fire.
I forgot what I was doing for a second. Oh, why did I do that? I'm just a mess right now. Oh my god, how do I lock on? What? Man.
Yeah.
This is not going so well. Can I hide? This is looking too good. This is a rough boss battle. Pretty rough. Come on, raise a panel or something. Not quite sure what that does. Oh my god! This is ridiculous. That doesn't sound like Iago to me.
Yeah.
How? What is happening? I have to look this up after. How can I not remember how to... I don't have any more heals. That's no good. I need to add another healing thing. Let's see. Oh. Even though I missed most of it. Oh no. I don't want to, but I have no choice! There was other things I could have done, but I panicked. Why didn't that heal? What? This is a downright mess. Downright mess. Oh my god. I'm doing like the crazy. Oh, I guess it did heal.
Power.
Alright, you distract him, Cloud! Oh my god. Donald, will you heal me, maybe? Just maybe? Please? Awesome. Very nice. Okay, so I at least have that to break something.
Yeah.
Have that 0. We're so close! Oh my god! We're so close! Come on! This was so messy! my gosh! So messy! So messy! Oh my goodness!
Chat, the inaugural BCon is in Houston.
Oh my
Bee
god.
travels for work enough as it is. Let our favorite nurse relax in her hometown.
That's right. I have to figure out where I'm gonna go for like a little mini vacation or something like that. I need it. I need it so bad. I need just like a relaxation time. We rescued Jasmine and got the lamp back. You still have one wish left, Aladdin. He sure does. Time for me to make a prince out of this guy. Of course, I like to be free, but they always say genies can't be choosers. You're probably miffed about that whole puppet of Jafar thing anyway. So go on, Al. Wish what's really in your heart. Be a prince. Get the girl. Here goes. Genie, I wish for your freedom. Get him.
Bee, you could come to Laredo? Just saying.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. I've been to Laredo so many times. There's not too much going on in Laredo, I must say. Not that I dislike it. But, I don't know. I don't really know. I kind of want to go somewhere that I've never been before. But it's also hard because of all the restrictions and stuff like that with travel, so. Now no one like Jafar can use you for evil again. Genie, you're free. I'll never forget this. But what about Jasmine? What are you gonna do? What's wrong, Genie? If I used your help with Jasmine, I'd be no better than Jafar. That's right. Jasmine means the world to me. I want to show her the real me. Exactly, Aladdin! Can't just wish for her affection. That's the spirit. Thanks, and good luck to you too. What for? I was ready to give up back up there.
Wow, I'm hurt Laredo was boring till a certain crazy man showed up.
Insanity! Thank you for the bits! Thank you, thank you, thank you! What you said really kept me going. That's when it hit me. You must be looking for someone you care about too. Listen, Genie. Say no more, little pal. I know just what you're thinking. Here you go, Sora. I got a Genie card! Romeo, would you ever go to a Jewish bar and have a Jewish drink with somebody? I guess? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I don't go to bars, though, to begin with. Personally, but I don't really particularly care. As long as it's good people, that's all good with me. Whenever you need me, just call. Is that okay with you, Al? Of course. Are you sure? Anytime at all. Thought you guys might never been able to ditch that lamp, and I think Aladdin will be fine without me for at least for a little while. You just asked because you heard they opened up a Jewish bar here in the United States? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a bar person, bar goer, but, yeah, I mean, I don't particularly care, regardless. Good people are good people. It doesn't really matter if it's like, I don't know, it seems kind of weird to be like, would you go to a Catholic bar or a Jewish bar? It seems kind of odd because it's like religious kind of things, you know, but I guess it doesn't matter, you know? Let's hope both our wishes come true then. Take care, Sora. That's right, King. That's me. It's got good food, I'll be there. You'd best believe.
A soldier of the Third Reich walked into a bar. The bar was American owned and operated. That's a thinker.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lion! Thank you so much for being here. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Good, a perfect save. Level 19. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm starting to yawn. Sin! Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Hit my keyboard. Sin, thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now things are gonna finally go back to normal, basically. When it comes down to like streaming, social media. I know I didn't fall off that much when it came to streaming, but...
Best welcome back stream ever.
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. I can at least stream longer because like my mind's not all worked up on funeral arrangements and so forth. But I'll be back. I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'll be back on Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love each and every one of you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh no, Mocha. Ah!
I'm so glad I got to see your face
it.
today. Love you so much. Take care, B.
Now I want to drink because you're drinking that watermelon drink, Mocha.
This was such a great stream, B. Welcome back, and glad things seem to be calming down. See ya
Mocha,
tomorrow.
Thank you for the bits. Zesty, thank you for the bits. Insanity.
B, we understood your break
bits.
from social media.
Thank you. I know, it was a hard time, and I appreciate you guys. And for those of you guys who even bother to show up at my streams, like, to begin with. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow.